awake. July 8th. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and everyone's dead. It's not what I thought the end would look like. There are no bodies in the streets, no burning cars, no hordes of zombies picking off survivors. Nothing like that. It's more like the world went to sleep and never woke up. The first night, before it began, I dreamed I was under the ocean. I was walking in a field of seagrass. Tall green stalks loomed over me, swaying in the dark water. As I pushed through the weeds, I could see something glowing. I followed the light, letting it guide me through the grass. I came across a whale. It was glowing, like an old neon sign. Seaweed dangled from its mouth. Or maybe it was growing there like a great long beard. The whale was enormous, the size of a battleship. It was like a sea monster out of an ancient myth. The beast turned to me and spoke.
What did you bring me?
Nothing.
Check your pockets.
I checked my coat and found a bottle of sleeping pills.
Give it to me.
I didn't question the whale. I uncapped the bottle. The whale sucked the drugs into his mouth, creating a vortex in the water. It suddenly lit up like a slot machine and began to glow in 100 different colors.
I have a message for you. Beware of the orphan.
I don't understand.
Next time, bring better presents.
Dave!
What's up?
What the fuck, man?
What?
You just dumped your pills all over your desk.
No, I didn't.
Look.
Oh, shit.
What the hell, man? Were you asleep?
No, not. Alright, yeah. Man, I just had the craziest dream.
I shit you not, man. You were just sitting there mumbling to yourself. Then you started throwing your pills all over the fucking room.
Really?
Yes, you psycho. I should have filmed you and uploaded that shit.
Oh, man.
You feeling okay, bro?
Yeah. I just need a minute.
Take as much time as you need, man. I'm gonna stretch my legs. You want something from the machine?
Yeah, I'll take a ginger ale.
One ginger ale coming up.
I was working as a night watchman at Dexa Labs, a tech company on the outskirts of Santa Mira, California. Most nights it was just Mateo and I. We'd spend our shifts talking about anything and everything. Sex, sports, politics, whatever helped us pass the time. When it was just the two of us in a 100,000 square foot office compound, it felt like we were alone in the world.
No ginger ale tonight. I got you a root beer.
I don't like root beer.
Tough shit.
Alright, I think I got $1 in my wallet.
It's on me, my man. Happy 4th of July.
Thank you.
Yeah, I brought you some chips too.
Why are you so good to me?
Cause I'm stuck with you in this shithole.
Fair enough.
Jesus. There's still a couple of pills under my desk. You want them?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
They've got some hair on them.
I don't care. Give them over.
You gotta be careful with this shit, man. A friend of mine at the VA hospital was on this crap. And one night he woke up and found out he had driven to the parking lot of his kid's school. He had no fucking idea how he got there. He didn't remember getting out of bed and driving his car.
I know, man. It's just a temporary thing. I'm just trying to get used to sleeping alone.
You need someone to keep your bed warm? Give me your phone.
No.
Come on, I'll do it for you.
No way.
Yup, tonight's the night, man. I'm signing you up. All the dating apps, we're doing this. It's easy. You create a profile, you write something like, "Hi, my name is Dave. I'm 29 and I'm weird as fuck." Then you swipe right, swipe right, swipe right.
Sounds like the worst video game ever.
Except it's better than a video game because you actually get laid.
I'm not ready, man. Just maybe next week.
What the hell are you waiting for? It's not like Katie's coming back. Oh, what? Was she the only girl who understood you? Are you so different and weird that you'll never find love again? Bullshit. I know plenty of creepy guys in Iraq, and they all have wives and kids. And trust me, once you're back in the game, you'll find all sorts of weird girls out there.
Okay. All right. Okay, fine. If it'll shut you up, you can make me a profile.
Shit.
What? What's up?
Check out camera 3.
I looked over Mateo's shoulder on the security cam. A lone van had just pulled into the lab's parking lot. It sat with its engine running, alone in the darkness.
Probably teenagers. I bet they want to light up some fireworks. I got this one. Hang 10.
You sure?
Yep. See you in a few.
It's accessible.
And I kind of just told them that we had an idea to do a 24-hour event, and I asked them basically.
When I saw who was calling, I froze. I looked at my phone like a bomb that was about to go off.
Hi.
Hey.
Happy 4th of July.
Thanks, you too. I'm sorry if this is weird.
Nah, that's okay.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
No, actually, that's a lie. I'm a complete wreck. I miss you.
I miss you too.
You do?
Yeah, of course. This wasn't easy for me, Dave. I'm sorry. I didn't call, but I thought it'd be easier if I didn't hear your voice.
So that's why you ghosted me?
I didn't ghost you.
Well, what would you call it then?
I needed some space to think things through.
And what was I supposed to think? We were dating for 2 years, then all of a sudden you text me that you needed some time for yourself? And you went dark. You didn't return my calls or texts for 3 weeks.
I had to do what was right for me.
So why are you calling me now?
Because I care about you, Davey. And I'm concerned.
You're concerned?
Of course.
Well, I appreciate your concern, but we've only been dating for a couple of years, and I've had this condition my whole life. I know it must have been hard for you, but it's really not your problem anymore.
Dave, you gotta understand, most of that stuff didn't bother me. I mean, sure, it sucked that we couldn't go to the movies, or a museum, or binge watch TV, but I could live with all that.
So then what's the problem? We love each other, right? Right? Isn't that worth trying to work things out?
Maybe this was a mistake. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just stirring things up.
Wait a second. Hold on. I just want to be able to understand. You know, I think I deserve that, at least.
You do? Oh, shit. This is really hard.
Katie, it's okay. Whatever you need to say, I need to hear it.
At the end of the day, I didn't feel safe.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Every night I was going to bed scared. I was sleeping with a knife under my mattress.
Jesus Christ.
It was getting weird by the end, Dave. I didn't know what to expect.
I can't believe I have to say this, but you know that I'd never hurt you, right?
I know that's what you believe. Shit. That's Lisa. I've gotta go.
Katie, wait. Did I do something to you?
Dave.
I need to know. Did something happen?
Listen, I gotta go.
Well, hold on.
I'm going to Randy's party. If you get out in time, let's talk then.
Wait, Katie. Katie!
Hey, you okay in here?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I could use a little help outside. The van is kind of sketchy.
Sketchy how?
I don't know. Just is.
The lab parking lot was empty, except for one lone van with blackout windows. The engine was running. We could hear a shitty pop song playing inside the van. Mateo snapped a picture of the license plate. As we stepped closer to the van, there was a fume that smelled off, kind of like cleaning products or burnt plastic.
Good evening. This is Dexter Lab Security. Someone in there? Hello? Lab Security.
Oh, hi! Sorry, I couldn't hear you because of the music.
Well, sir, can you maybe turn the music down?
What's that?
Turn the music down.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry, I like to play my tune so loud I can't hear myself think.
Well, we were trying to tell you, sir, that we're with Lab Security, and our parking lot is closed right now, so we're gonna have to ask you to leave the premises.
Oh, all right. I didn't know I was breaking the rules.
That's okay.
Say, do you think you boys could spare a few dollars for a veteran, given that it's Independence Day?
Yeah, sure.
Put your wallet away, Dave.
Okay.
Where were you stationed?
In Iraq.
Wow. You saw some heavy shit, huh? How many tours you do?
2?
Where they put you through BCT up in Fort Carson?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because Fort Carson doesn't have basic training. Get the fuck out of here.
Mateo, take it easy.
Now!
Is it just the 2 of you out here? It must be kind of dangerous, right? Just 2 unarmed guys out here with all sorts of people up to no good. What do they even pay for this shit job? Minimum wage, I bet.
Fuck off.
Mateo! Is there someone in the van with you?
It's my daughter. She's sleeping.
Let us see her.
I said she's sleeping.
Ma'am, are you okay in there?
Happy 4th of July, fellas!
I got the fucker's plate. I'm calling him in.
As the trespasser peeled out, I noticed a bumper sticker on the back of his van. It said, "Same shit, different party," and showed the 2 animals that represent our political parties. One, of course, was a donkey, and the other was an elephant. I asked Mateo to cover for me and left work early. I felt a little guilty. He seemed on edge after our encounter in the parking lot, but I had to see Katie. She said she was going to our friend Randy's, so that's where I was heading. On the drive over, I thought about the dream I had. The whale. Its warning. And then I pushed it from my mind. I realized I was tired. I wanted this night to end. I just wanted to go home and get some sleep. When I got to Randy's, I knew instantly that I'd missed the party. When I entered the pool area, there was one straggler left. Gus, a dealer I'd met a couple times who I did not like very much.
Sup, bro? It's Connor, right?
No, I'm Dave.
Wait, you're not Connor from Huntington Beach?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm Gus.
Yeah, I know. We've met like 3 times. You're the drug dealer.
Yo, yeah, I'm just a little fucking dude from you, man. Why don't you chill, alright? I don't want any hostility. I'm a cool guy. You just ask around, man. I'm friends with everyone.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just been a weird night.
It's all good, man. You want something to take the edge off? I got some Molly, I got some psilocybin. 25 milligrams. It won't fuck your skull. It'll just alleviate the stress and all the bad energy.
I'm good. Have you seen Katie around?
Nah, man. No, everybody bounced like 4:15. You missed one hell of a party.
Where's Randy?
What, the host of the most? Oh, he's over there. He's passed out in the sheds, man. Dude's fucking toast, man. Lights out.
Well, shit. I guess it's just you and me.
Yo, I didn't catch your name, brother.
I'm Dave.
Oh, fuck, man. You're Dave? Like, the Dave?
Yeah?
Oh, shit. You got some brass balls coming here tonight.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just saying, man.
You're saying what? What are you saying?
Oh, I'm just saying, Randy was talking to that messed up girl. He got angry, man. He got really pissed.
What messed up girl?
The messed up girl with her arm in a sling.
What was her name?
I didn't catch it. But after they talked, Randy was mad as hell, man. The rest of the party, he was fuming, man. He said if you showed up, he's gonna beat the shit out of you.
If I showed you a picture of this girl, would you recognize her?
Yeah, for sure, man. I got an excellent visual memory.
Was it her?
Let me see a couple more pics. Yeah, that's her. Definitely.
All right. Thanks for your help.
Hey, wait, where you going, man?
I'm waking up Randy.
Yo, I don't know if that's the best idea. He's pretty fucking wasted and not exactly excited to see you, dude.
Randy! Hey, Randy! Hello? Randy? Randy!
Yeah, I told you, man, he's out.
He's not breathing.
What?
What the hell did you guys give him?
Nothing, man. This is Somali. It was just totally harmless.
Randy! Randy! 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Call 911!
No, I can't, man. Not on my phone.
Oh, motherfucker, take mine! Come on, Randy. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
I'm getting busy. See.
What?
911's fucking busy, man. Look, I'll put it on speaker.
Help me lift him. We gotta take him to the hospital.
I can't, man. I'm sorry. This really has nothing to do with...
What? Just help me get him to the car!
Yeah, I can't be involved with any of this. Okay? Yeah, I gotta go.
Hey! Hey!
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, come on.
I lifted Randy up and he was cold in my hands. I didn't think about it. I just threw him in the back of my car and I drove. The hospital was just down the road. I stepped on the gas and tried to focus. I tried not to look in the rearview mirror. I didn't want to see him. Not if he was gone.
Hey, it's Katie. Leave a message.
Hey, it's me. Listen, I need you to call me back as soon as you get this message. This isn't about us. I just need to know if you smoked or took anything at the party last night. If you did, you have to call 911 because it might have been laced with some really bad shit. Okay? Call me back.
The sun was rising as I pulled into the hospital. I jumped out of the car and waved down the first people I saw. A small group of doctors and nurses who were on a smoke break outside the ER.
Can someone please help me?
When they turned to look at me, I noticed something strange. Some of them, it seemed to be crying. One of the nurses put out her cigarette and walked over to me.
What's your emergency, sir?
It's my friend. I think he OD'd.
Okay, I'll look at him. Help me lay him down.
What, like right here? On the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we put him on a gurney? Get some paramedics, maybe?
That's not an option right now. Let's get him on the floor.
She dropped to her knees and checked Randy's vitals. It didn't take her very long. When she stood up and looked at me, I already knew what she was going to say.
I'm very sorry, sir. But your friend is dead.
Okay. Well, I'd still like to see a doctor, get a diagnosis. Can we do that?
Right now is not the best time.
What the hell does that mean?
I think it's best, sir, if you take 5 minutes to collect yourself. Call the deceased parents. Then you can leave your friend here and go home.
What kind of hospital is this? You want me to leave my friend's body on the side of the road? Where are the paramedics? Why are those doctors standing there crying? What the hell is going on here?
Something happened last night. All of our patients died in their sleep.
Beware of the elephant. Beware of the elephant.
We knew that it happened around 4 a.m. Linda Russo was a nurse, working the night shift at the Santa Mira ER. It had been a quiet night, especially for a holiday, before everything went to hell. Linda didn't like the quiet nights. It was too much time to sit and think. She preferred a crisis where her skills could be put to use. But what Linda loved most about the ER was that in a moment the night could turn. The job was unpredictable, and you could never truly prepare for what was going to happen.
Hey, Linda.
Hey, Britt.
How you doing?
I'm tired.
I bet.
Between tests, classes, and all these late shifts, I feel like I might never sleep again.
Well, you still look good, so go to hell.
Thanks.
You finishing up?
Yeah, I'm pulling a 10-hour. I've got 1 hour to go.
You're a monster, girl.
Final stretch.
I slept like shit last night. I'm looking forward to my 9 a.m. nap.
Well, room 4 is empty. It's ready when you need it.
Seems quiet. Not so busy tonight, huh?
No. In room 5, we have a senior with bacterial pneumonia. We have her on a bronchodilator and some antibiotics. In room 3, we have a gentleman in his 50s who came in complaining of chest pains, but it looks like he's just got a nasty case of heartburn.
Let me guess. Did the dumbass chug beer and eat hot dogs all day?
Happy 4th of July.
Well, I have to say, it looks like a pretty light night for a holiday, thank God.
Oh, I almost forgot. I have a real treat for you.
What?
Come with me.
Wait, where are we going?
Room 1. Read his chart.
Okay, let's see here. Patient is a 16-year-old male. He is being treated for 3rd-degree burns on his scrotum and rectum. What the hell is this?
Yes.
Wait, do I even want to know?
The patient was inebriated at a 4th of July party, and to use his words, he lit a rocket out of his asshole.
No.
His ass hair caught on fire, so he jumped in a pool.
Oh, my God.
When I cleaned the wound, it smelled like that time you burnt your hair.
Ew. Fuck you.
Oh, and get this. The first question he asked me was, how long would he have to wait before he could jerk off?
What did you say?
4 to 6 weeks.
You are cruel.
But I saved his mom a couple of trips to the washing machine to clean his sheets.
Oh, these old machines. It probably got unplugged from the wall.
Hi, John. It's Nurse Linda. This is Nurse Brittany. How are you feeling? John? Can you hear me? John? John? I'm not getting a response.
Can we get some help in here, please?
He's not breathing. I can't find a pulse. I'm beginning compressions.
We have a code blue in room 1.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What's going on?
We have a 16-year-old male undergoing cardiac arrest.
Help me lift him.
Attaching pads.
Start defibrillation at 120 joules.
Everybody clear?
Clear.
Shock delivered, no response.
Resume compressions. Let's get an ABG and a 1 milligram epinephrine push.
Epi delivered.
Can someone please tell me what happened?
Patient came in to be treated for minor burns. He has no allergies, no medications.
Any sign of toxicity?
His blood alcohol levels are at 0.05%. His last vital signs were normal.
Start an infusion of 500 milligrams of saline.
Stopping IV and infusing with saline.
Linda, can you tell me why a healthy 16-year-old is undergoing cardiac arrest?
I don't know, doctor.
Let's up defibrillation to 150 joules.
Everybody clear.
Clear.
Shock delivered, no response.
Dr. Gordon? Dr. Gordon, we have a code blue in rooms 3, 6, 5, and 2.
What? Are you sure? This is the machines or some sort of power outage?
I don't know, sir, but all the electrocardiograms have flatlined. I checked Mrs. Bowers in room 5, and she has no pulse and isn't breathing.
Who are the other doctors on call?
Just you and Dr. Ligari.
Fucking hell.
Doctor, what is going on?
I don't know. But what we're going to do is transfer half the patients in here and the other half into room 2 with Dr. Ligari. Jorge, continue compressions and CPR. The rest of you, get it done. Now, let's go!
Doctor, can I have a second?
Now is not a great time, Linda.
We need to evacuate the staff immediately.
What?
7 patients are all dying simultaneously. The only explanation is a gas leak or some sort of chemical agent.
What about the patients?
This boy is dead, Doctor. Do you want to risk the staff for 6 more flatliners?
Linda, right now I just need you to shut up and fall in line.
Hey! Where are you going? Linda! Linda!
Attention! All staff members evacuate the building immediately. This is not a drill. Please leave your stations and exit the building.
6:25 a.m. Randy was dead. His body lay on the curb of the hospital sidewalk. The nurse who had helped me offered me a cigarette. I wasn't a smoker, but at the moment it seemed like the right thing to do.
Thanks.
Do you know what time you found your friend like this?
I'm not exactly sure.
Was it after 4 a.m.?
Yeah, if I had to guess, I got to his place around 5:30.
How many miles is it from here?
It's just down the road, maybe 2 or 3 miles.
Wait here.
I stood there waiting as she walked to the staff who were gathered outside the ER. When she spoke to them, one of the doctors seemed angry. He snapped at her, and she snapped back. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I could see their faces. Every one of them looked afraid. She grabbed a duffel bag by the ER door and walked over to me.
Did I get your name?
I'm Dave.
Nice to meet you, Dave. I'm Linda. I'm gonna need a favor. Can you give me a ride into town?
Well,
The 6 o'clock bus never showed and my phone's not working. I can't get a ride. I can pay you. I've got $42.
No, that's okay. I can give you a lift.
Thanks.
What about my friend?
You can leave him here.
On the ground?
I'm sorry. It's either that or bringing him in the car with us. Let's go.
Are you sure your colleagues don't need an extra hand?
They're not my colleagues. I don't work here anymore.
Mind if I turn on the radio?
Go ahead.
That's weird.
So sorry.
No, that's okay.
Is it alright if I scream?
What?
I'd like to scream.
Yeah, sure.
That felt really fucking good.
Maybe I should give it a try.
It helps. I'm sorry about your friend.
Thanks. We weren't really close. He was more of a friend of a friend.
If it's any consolation, there's a 70% increase of ER visits during the holidays. There's an increase of suicides, DUIs, even knife wounds.
Jesus. Is that supposed to cheer me up?
Yes. Misery enjoys company. You're not the only one having a fucked up 4th of July.
I was supposed to meet with my ex-girlfriend, so my night wasn't going to be good from the start.
Oof, it sounds worse than any trip to the ER. You ever think about dating a nurse?
No.
You should think about it. They make good wives, especially the ones that work in the ER.
Why's that?
Well, yesterday we had an 11-year-old girl who had her throat ripped out by a pit bull. The day before that, we had a 40-year-old dad with cerebral hemorrhaging after his son accidentally hit him with a baseball bat. And the day before that, I can't even remember. Because that's the kind of shit an ER nurse deals with every day.
And why exactly does that make them good wives?
Gives them perspective. They don't sweat the little things. They know they're gonna end up on that gurney one day, dying in misery. So, they try to enjoy life while they can.
Well, there are other people that deal with death, cops and soldiers. Do they make good husbands?
It's not the same. They do the killing. We do the fixing.
The first thought I had was that I liked this girl. She was weird as hell, even weirder than I was. She's one of those people who has no idea how fucking crazy they sound. Or maybe she just didn't care. Either way, I liked it.
I could never be a nurse.
Why is that?
I don't like blood. It gives me nightmares.
The blood's not so bad. The worst part is the fear in people's eyes. The look of terror when they know they're going to die.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking bad.
Stop the car.
Huh?
Stop the car.
Okay.
No, don't pull over, just stop.
In the middle of the road?
Yes, right fucking here.
Okay. We're stopped. Hey, I don't know if it's a good idea to just stand in the middle of the road.
There's nobody here.
What?
Where are the cars? The joggers, the people walking their dogs, where the fuck are they?
I don't know. It's still early. I guess everyone's asleep.
Come stand in the road with me until someone drives by.
All right. We stood in the center of Camden Avenue, one of the busiest streets in town. As I looked around, I realized all the stores were closed. Nick's Bistro, the pharmacy, the paper stand on the corner of the street. A sick feeling of panic started to burn in my chest. Where was everyone? I barely registered what was happening as Linda pulled a pistol out of her duffel and raised it to the sky.
What the fuck?
The shot echoed down the street. Dozens of people should have appeared. But nobody came.
Get undressed.
What?
She didn't ask me again. Linda pulled off her clothes and stripped to her underwear in the middle of the street. She reached into the duffel and threw me a pack of clothes.
Put it on! We're standing in the middle of a fucking biohazard zone.
Through the plastic packaging, I saw a gas mask and a rubber jumper. It was a hazmat suit.
Hello? 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 Oh my God.
Well,
I checked every house on this side of the street.
any survivors?
No,
Were all the victims lying in their beds?
most of them. A few were on their couches. How about your side?
Same thing.
What's going on?
I don't know. But we are in the middle of a fucking pandemic.
Is it a virus?
Possibly. But what virus has no symptoms and kills all of its victims simultaneously?
What about a chemical attack? That'd kill everyone all at once.
Yes, but again, no side effects. All nerve agents cause foaming from the mouth, the constriction of pupils. There'd also be a sign of a struggle. Chemical weapons don't just kill you instantly.
Radiation?
Small dose would kill you slowly. If it were a larger dose, their skin would be burnt. There'd be rashes and boils. These bodies are pristine.
How come we're not affected?
That's $1 million question.
You've reached the Los Angeles County Center for Disease Control. All of our lines are currently busy. Please leave your name, your number, and a brief message, and we will return your call as soon as possible.
Thank you for calling the California Department of Public Health. Our office is currently closed.
Hello.
If this is a medical
FBI
emergency,
headquarters.
please hang up
Please
and
note
call
that this call may be
911.
recorded. If you're calling about a background check to report
You have
criminal
reached
activity,
the U.S. Coast Guard base located in
You've
San
reached the
Pedro,
California National
California.
Guard voicemail Sorry, system. We can't come to the phone right now. All lines
Please leave your name, your number, and a brief message.
Hey, it's Katie. Leave a message.
Hey, it's me. I'm not exactly sure what to say. If you get this message, please call me back. I'm about to head for LA. I should be on the road for the next 3 hours. I'm driving to the Center for Disease Control, and I guess I just wanted to say that if something happened between us, if I did anything to you, I'm sorry. I love you. That's it. Call me.
Hey. Ready to go?
Yeah.
I think we can take these masks off.
Well, you sure it's safe?
Well, they don't have an atmospheric seal, so if this is an airborne agent, we're fucked anyway.
Fair enough.
You okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm tired, but I'll be fine.
Do you mind if I get some sleep? I know I should keep you company, but I would be very unpleasant. I've been up for like 28 hours.
Yeah, no worries. I'll wake you when we get to LA.
Thanks. Glad I didn't forget these babies.
Is that Xiafrin?
Yep.
It's pretty easy to recognize those little blue pills.
You have a prescription?
In the past, I've dabbled with Respitor, Xiafrin, Symbitrol, Zimidine.
Are you an insomniac?
Parasomniac with REM sleep behavior disorder.
Oh, shit. That's a rare one. It's pretty nasty.
Yeah. I guess I'm lucky that way.
Well, I'm gonna close my eyes now. Give it a minute. Let these little elephant tranquilizers kick in.
Of the elephant. Beware of the elephant.
And then I remembered. I must have been 4 or 5 at the time. I forgot most of the episodes from when I was younger. But this one memory shot into my brain like a bullet, crashing into my mind with perfect recall.
Okay, Davy. A is for...
Apple.
Very good. And B is for...
Banana.
That's right. And C is for...
Cat.
Very good. And what does the cat say?
Meow, meow.
Meow, meow. And D is for...
Dog.
And the dog says...
Ruff, ruff.
And E is for... Davy, E is for... Come on. Come on, Dave. Say it. Dave. Say it! Say it! E is for elephants!
Elephants, baby. Elephants.
It's okay, Davy. Shh.
What is it this time?
Elephants.
What?
Elephants, John. It's from that goddamn book you read him. He dreamt that I turned into an elephant.
Hey, don't you pin this on me. It's just a spelling book. Letters and pictures. That's all.
That book is too much for him. You can just read him whatever you want. Think about what you're doing.
I'm sorry. I want to teach my kid how to read. Hell, I've already thrown out all my vinyl and every book in the house that doesn't have a happy cover. Put my grandmother's Russian dolls in the basement, the horse painting, sterilized the whole fucking house so my son can get one good night's sleep.
Oh, and you think shouting's gonna help?
Nothing can help us.
John.
You know it's true. It's been 5 years, Trace. We haven't had a full night's sleep since the day he was born. You realize what this has done to my career?
Stop it.
Our marriage?
Please.
Remember we used to have lives?
Well, if you don't like it, then leave.
I'm sorry. I don't want to fight. I just don't know what to do.
Shh. It's okay, Davy.
Sorry, Mama.
It's okay, sweetie. It's not your fault.
We love you, Davy.
I'm sorry I can't sleep.
Dave! 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 What the fuck, man? You're swerving. Are you sure you're okay? Dave!
You have to throw up the pills.
What?
Now, before it's too late.
What are you doing?
Get out of the car.
Hey! Hey! Don't fucking touch me.
You have to throw them up.
Well,
now.
Why?
Just trust me. If you don't, I think something bad will happen, okay? Do it.
Okay.
Now!
Okay.
Linda stared at the pills. Neither of us said anything. We just stood there on the side of the highway, lost in thought. After a minute, she looked at me with a sense of urgency.
I gotta call the hospital.
Hello?
Dr. Gordon?
What do you want, Linda?
Are you still at the ER?
Yes.
I need to speak to Brittany.
She's on break.
Yes, I know. Room 4. Can you get her for me?
Jesus, Linda, I don't have time
I know, but please, could you just check on her?
Brittany, I've got Linda on the phone. Brittany. Hey, Britt.
Doctor.
Somebody help!
Dr. Gordon.
She's unresponsive.
What's going on? Brittany, can you hear me?
I've got to go.
Hey. Is everything okay?
She was taking a nap.
What?
That's when she died. This thing is triggered by sleep. We have to stay awake.
The man with the blacked-out van stood on top of a hillside road. He stared down at the dead city below, gazing out at the empty streets with a look of amazement on his face. He stood there for a while, taking it all in. Then he spoke to the woman he'd chained up in his van.
Maddie?
Yes, sir.
Something's happened out there. Something incredible. My plans for you have changed.
Are you gonna let me go, sir?
You want to go home?
Yes. I want to see my mom.
Well, I'm sorry, but I think she's dead. Everybody is. You know, you're really ugly when you cry. Why don't you shut the fuck up? You hungry? I'll grab some breakfast.
The man parked his van in the middle of the street and stepped out into the center of town. He looked around at the empty shops and smiled. This was his world now. He walked to the market to grab some breakfast when he suddenly stopped in front of another store that caught his eye. The sign above read Santa Mira Guns and Ammo. He stared at an AK-47 in the store's display case.
Hallelujah.
He smashed through the window with a garbage can and stepped inside.
Hot damn.
July 5th, 10 a.m. Linda smelled the vomit. Just minutes ago, I had forced her to throw up the sleeping pills she'd taken.
Want some water? I've got a bottle in the car.
Thanks.
Neither of us wanted to believe what was happening, but it seemed so obvious now. This plague or outbreak or whatever the hell it was killed you while you were sleeping.
How are you feeling?
Sleepy.
I was hoping that'd make her laugh. It didn't.
Listen, Dave, we don't know each other really well, but I'm gonna need your help. If this is a widespread pandemic, no one is coming to save us. Do you understand that? We're on our own. I need to know exactly how you're feeling. Have you been up for 24 hours? 36 hours? How tired are you?
I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Far more scared than I am tired.
If you start to get drowsy, you have to tell me. Got it? We can't fuck around here. Because if you nod off once, that's it. It's over.
I guess we should start pounding coffee and candy then.
No. No sugar. It makes you crash. It lowers the orexin in your brain.
So, what do we do from here?
Get in.
Where are we going?
Back to the hospital. We're gonna need to buy ourselves some time. And the ER's got a stash of modafinil.
Modafinil. If you want to stay up for 3 days straight, you can find your local dealer, you can test your fate, or do it like they do with your Uncle Sam. 2 modafinil in the palm of your hand.
The next 48 hours are brought to you by Modafinil. Stay awake, stay alert, stay alive. Take Modafinil.
Modafinil is the sports car of all performance-enhancing stimulants. It's the fastest, the smoothest, and gives you the most mileage. It was first developed as a treatment for narcolepsy, but by the Iraq War, the military was using it to keep soldiers awake for 20 to 40-hour missions. It was tested on F-17 fighter pilots, Black Hawk pilots, paratroopers, Marines. The results showed that for 40-hour periods, modafinil helped maintain alertness, feelings of well-being, cognitive function, and situational awareness without any of the side effects of amphetamines. In other words, it was a super drug.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah?
Why did you force me to puke up the sleeping pills?
I could have told her the truth. That something she said triggered a dream I had with a talking whale. But I didn't think telling her about my fucked up dreams was the best idea at the moment.
Well, I don't know. I just had this feeling rush over me.
A feeling?
It's hard to explain. It felt like deja vu mixed with a panic attack.
Well, that's pretty weird. It's not the weirdest thing that's happened today.
We got to the hospital at 11:15.
Hello? Becca? Dr. Gordon? Fucking hell.
What?
The doctor must have told the staff to clear out. Hello? Okay. First up, call anyone you know who might be awake. Tell them not to go to sleep and to meet us here.
Okay.
In 10 minutes, I want to prep the cadavers for pathology.
What?
If we want to find out what is going on, we have to examine the bodies.
Oh, and you know how to do that?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Hey, Dave. See any doctors around? No? Okay, well, shit. I guess that leaves us. Make your calls.
Yo, what's up, bro? Why the hell are you calling so late?
Are you okay?
Yeah, man, just gaming. I'm about to collect a bounty and sack the fuck out.
Oh, listen, I need you to drive down to the hospital.
Oh, shit. What's going on, man? You alright?
I think it's better if I explain everything when you get here.
Yo, you freaking me out right now. Did something happen to you at the party last night?
Yeah.
You just gotta tell me right now if you're fucking deformed or something.
Just get over here. I'll meet you outside the ER in 15 minutes.
Okay. Okay, I'm putting on my pants.
Mateo arrived shortly. When he stepped out of the car, I could tell he was shaken.
Hey.
Dave, man, what's going on? Where the hell is everyone?
On the ride over, he must have noticed the emptiness. Santa Mira, a bustling city of 50,000, was now a ghost town, and a vast feeling of isolation was all around us.
Hi.
Mateo, this is Linda. Linda, this is my friend Mateo. We work together at Dexel.
What the fuck is going on, man?
We don't know exactly. It started last night around 4 a.m. All we know is we should...
He listened carefully as we caught him up to speed. Mateo was a veteran. He'd seen his share of shit. But this was something else entirely.
I mean, you can't be 100% sure it's sleep, right? It's just so fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is fucking crazy, but look at the facts. Everyone who went to sleep last night is dead, and everyone who stayed awake is still alive. And when my friend took a nap this morning, she was dead instantly. So as crazy as it sounds, it seems to be connected to sleep.
I gotta call my mom. She lives in El Paso. I gotta call my sister.
Hey, take all the time you need, man.
Just remember that with every minute that passes, we'll grow more and more tired. I'm going to need the both of you to help.
Thanks, Linda. We got it. We'll be in a minute.
I'll be in room 4.
Hey, do you want a minute alone to call your family?
No, that's okay. I'm sure they're okay, you know? I'll text them real quick.
Okay.
Do you trust this chick?
Linda? Man, I don't know. I guess so. I just met her last night. She's an ER nurse, so she's pretty intense. But that's probably a good thing given the situation.
You sure she's a nurse?
Yeah. Well, she works right here.
I don't know, bro. I know plenty of fucking nurses. From Iraq, from the VA, and she don't act like no nurse.
Well, and how do nurses act?
It's not like her.
Well, she's a little odd, but it probably doesn't help that we're all running on no sleep.
It's funny, man. You haven't been able to sleep your whole fucking life. Maybe that'll help you now.
He was right, of course. As a kid, I was in and out of doctors' offices. Scientists and medical practitioners love a good enigma. It's fun for them. It's just not that fun if you're the enigma. And that's what I was. We saw every kind of doctor, psychologist, sleep specialist, neurologist, but no one could give us an answer. Why the fuck couldn't I sleep?
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Weiss.
Are you the father?
Yes, this is my husband, John.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Dave, would it be okay if I talk to your mommy and daddy in my office for a minute?
Yeah.
We'll be right back, sweetie.
So, all of these concerns we're having, the weight gain, the fevers, the mood swings, these are all side effects of the sleep deprivation.
Okay.
Dave is suffering from extreme exhaustion. Now, my concern is that as a 5-year-old boy, this could lead to developmental issues later.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Would you like a tissue?
Thank you.
So I'd like to ask you a couple of questions that might help to clarify Dave's condition.
Yes, please, by all means.
Has Dave had any recent problems at school?
Oh, well, actually, we've taken him out of school for the moment.
And how is his home life?
What do you mean?
Well, have there been any problems at home? Any marital issues?
Well, sure, but
Who doesn't?
we love each other. But we have our problems, our frustrations.
Are these frustrations ever taken out on Dave?
In what way?
In any way.
Are you asking me if I hit my son?
John.
Is that what you're asking me?
My concern, Mr. and Mrs. Torres, is that these nightmares that Dave is having are signs of post-traumatic stress disorder.
What's that?
Remember, this was in the 90s, before Afghanistan and Iraq. My mom isn't a moron. It's just that PTSD wasn't well known back then.
Post-traumatic stress occurs when a person has stress or anxiety related to traumatic events in their life. We see it a lot in soldiers and veterans.
That's just great, Doctor, but we're not dealing with a Marine here. This is my 5-year-old son we're talking about.
When we see signs of PTSD in children, it usually comes from physical or sexual abuse.
That's it. We're leaving.
John, please.
I've heard enough, Trace. We're done here. Dave. We're going now, buddy. We're gonna go see a better doctor, okay?
Okay.
Come on, Trace, let's go.
I'm sorry, Doctor.
This is Linda Russo. I'm a registered nurse at the Santa Mira Hospital. The time is approximately 11:36 a.m., July 5th, 2019. Assisting me with the pathology report is Dave... What's your last name?
Torres.
Dave Torres and Mateo...
Mateo Leon. I'm a Capricorn. I like CrossFit and college basketball.
Mateo.
What?
We are examining the cadavers of 3 individuals. Dwayne Bradley, 16-year-old male, checked into the hospital on the evening of July 4th for 3rd-degree burns. John Trent, 53-year-old male, checked into the hospital for severe heartburn. And Brittany Woods, 46-year-old female. She was a nurse working the early morning shift at Santa Mira. Time of death was between 9 and 10 a.m. We'll begin with Mr. Bradley. I'm shaving the hair around his head in order to make a clean incision as we remove the skull cap. Okay, the head is shaved and properly secured. I will begin to make the incision. Pass the bone saw.
Oh, this one?
Yes. Uh-huh. Thank you. And... I am cutting the parietal 0.5 centimeter above the left ear.
No, what the fuck?
Shit!
Oh, god damn it!
I must have hit a capillary above the ear.
Is it on my face?
You can use the sink.
God damn it.
It's all right, it's just a little blood.
I didn't see any splash on you.
I'm a nurse, I get sprayed all the time.
Do you even know what the hell you're doing right now?
Look, I'm not a pathologist, okay? But I'm trying to...
You're trying to what?
Hey.
I'm trying to determine the cause of death.
Then what? You're gonna cure us?
Hey.
Maybe you should calm down. You don't want to tire yourself out.
Hey!
Look. Is that normal?
What the fuck?
Step back. There appears to be some sort of gas or smoke rising out of the subject's head. The vapor seems to be rising from the incision I made with the bone saw. I'm continuing with the incision.
You sure about that?
Oh, Jesus.
The smoke... the smoke appears to be trapped inside the skull. It has the odor of burning. Almost all the way around. And I'm removing the skull cap. The smoke is very thick. It's obscuring the brain. I'm fanning it away to get a clear sight. And...
Holy shit.
What? What is that?
I don't know.
You're watching KWNI Evening News.
Today, negotiations continued at Camp David, where President Clinton presided over peace talks between Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin and Palestinian leader
John?
Yasser Arafat.
John, can you get
Both
that?
sides have still failed to reach an agreement.
Hello?
Mrs. Torres,
Yes, Mask is calling?
this is Dr. Weiss.
Oh. Doctor, I'd just like to apologize again for how my husband acted in your office today. He's been under a lot of stress lately.
That's quite all right. I can understand how overwhelming this all must be for both of you.
Trace, who's on the phone?
It's just the office. I'm sorry, Doctor, but this isn't a great time to talk.
If I could just have a moment of your time, I'd really like to speak to you about David.
All right.
How many doctors have you taken David to?
Name one.
Dr. Jessup.
The neuropsychologist. Seen him. And Dr. Brundle, and Dr. West, and Dr. Pretorius. We've seen them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I figured as much. The problem is that with all of our breakthroughs in modern medicine, we still know very little about sleep. We know even less about dreaming. You're being passed around from doctor to doctor, Mrs. Torres, because nobody really knows how to help your son.
Why did you call here, Doctor? Was it to tell me that there's no hope for David?
No. Of course not. I have a son of my own, Mrs. Torres. And as a father, I want you to know that I feel for what you and your husband must be going through.
We don't need empathy. We need help.
And I want to help you, really, I do. It's just that, well, do you think that you and your husband would be open to treating David with untraditional therapies?
No. No way in hell.
Why not?
Because it's insane.
Dr. Weiss thinks it will work.
That guy is a fucking quack.
But what are other options?
Another doctor?
We have seen every goddamn specialist on the West Coast.
Then we fly to the East Coast. Boston, New York, Philadelphia.
And what will they say that's different from what we've already heard?
Tracy, you're talking about a treatment that is not FDA approved. There's no research, no data. Do you really want to take that risk with our son?
The only risk is if we don't try something new.
What's this thing called again?
Sensory processing therapy.
Okay.
For the treatment to work, we'd really need to try it for 18 months.
Jesus Christ.
He can have visitors after 6 months, but for that first period, it can only be me.
Where?
Somewhere remote. We can rent a cabin in the woods, maybe in Oregon or Montana.
We don't have the money to rent a second house.
It won't be a house. It'll be a cabin. We can dip into our savings if we have to.
Those savings are for Dave's college tuition.
Well, he's not going to go to college if we don't do something.
It's just so cruel, Trace. You want to keep our boy isolated for 1.5 years? Without any friends or family, without his dad. Is that the life you want for him?
What I want is a night where I'm not woken up by my son screaming in terror. What's it going to be tonight, John? What do you think?
Chase.
Is it going to be the dream where there's glass in Mommy and Daddy's eyes?
Stop it.
Or maybe it'll be the dream where rats come and bite off his fingers and wee-wee.
Please.
Or maybe it'll be the one where Daddy chops Mommy's head off. Stop! What do you think happens to a boy who dreams like that every night? Does he grow up to be Einstein or Bill Gates? No! He grows up to be the other kind of man you see in the paper, the kind of man in an orange jumpsuit whose neighbors say, "Oh, he seems so normal."
Oh, God. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Why don't you wait back in the living room? Dinner will be ready in 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's the right thing to do, John. I know it is.
Who's going to tell him?
We both will.
1 p.m., 2, 3. The hours rolled on. We helped Linda look at 5 more bodies.
I'm cutting around the skull,
And what we found was always the same.
and I'm removing the skull cap.
A black triangle.
The subject appears to have burns on the surface of his brain. It's the same as we found before. The burn is approximately 2 centimeters wide and a centimeter deep. It looks like a black triangle burnt onto the subject's frontal lobe.
It's the army. That's what I think. They got bunkers a mile underground. I had a friend in Iraq who was a guard at one of these undisclosed facilities. They were experimenting on monkeys. He'd hear them scream day and night. They'd wheel these little monkeys up and down corridors. Their eyes were white from being blinded. Their skin was peeling off. Once, he saw a little monkey with fucking muscles, man. It looked like John Cena. They must have given it steroids trying to make it into a super soldier. I think something escaped from one of those labs. Maybe a virus that rose up through the vents.
Did you say a monkey that looks like John Cena?
I'm serious.
I don't know why I'm laughing. Maybe it's because I'm so tired, but that's so fucking stupid.
You wouldn't be laughing if you were in a cage with one of those fucking things.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
If it isn't a government super virus, then what is this? What else could possibly burn a triangle into your fucking brain?
Okay, I think it's time for modafinil. These are 600 milligrams each. We should probably split them in half.
Okay.
And I don't think it's the government. They like to tinker with things like smallpox, influenza, SARS, mutations. That's all child's play compared to whatever the hell this is.
What the hell? It was my phone that was ringing.
Well, who is it?
When I saw who was calling, my heart almost stopped.
Katie?
Dave?
Oh my God. Katie, where are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm kind of freaking out right now. Where is everyone?
It's okay. Do you think you can make it over to the hospital?
I think so. I'm on the corner of Main Street and Laurel, and there's nobody here. All the shops are empty.
I'm just so happy to hear your voice. What the hell happened last night? I tried calling you 20 times.
I was at Randy's party last night, and there was this guy, Gus.
That fucking drug dealer.
He gave me something. He said it was MDMA, but I think it was speed, because I've been tweaking out and completely wired for the last, 15 hours.
Katie, just stay where you are. I'm coming to pick you up.
Oh, there's a car coming. I'm waving it down. He sees me. He just flashed his lights. It's someone driving a large white van.
Katie, can you see through his windows?
No. They're really dark. Hold on, he's rolling his window down.
Hey there.
Hi.
Where you heading?
Santa Mira Hospital?
Katie, you need to get out of there right now.
What?
Run!
Can't see. Can't breathe. I'm wet. It's blood. Don't panic. Focus. Can you move your arms? No. Fuck. Stay calm. Don't show him you're afraid. He's watching me. I can smell him. He stinks of BO.
Let's go for a run, California boy.
I'm bound, gagged, and strapped to a wheelchair at the Santa Mira Hospital. 10 minutes ago, he attacked us.
Oh shit! Shut down!
That's why I'm bleeding. I think I've been shot. I can feel a hole in my rib cage. It hurts. Just don't fucking scream.
This is a nice hospital. Everything in California is nice. Must be all those high taxes.
Happened to Lena and Mateo. They dropped to the floor, and then I couldn't see. A window exploded in my face. My vision was blurry. Blood poured into my eyes. Then he got me.
Okay, California, this'll do. Now, I'm gonna uncover your eyes and take the gag out of your mouth. If you scream, I'll cut your tongue off. Not if you understand me. Good. Now I'm going to untie your hands and feet, and if you can, please hop onto the table.
We're in an operating room. I see tools on the surgical tray. What the fuck is he gonna do? Can I reach for the scalpel? No. Quick way to get my head blown off.
Up you go. There you go.
As I hop onto the table, I realize I'm fucking feeling it. Half an hour ago, I ingested 300 milligrams of modafinil, the most potent stimulant known to man. And now, I'm in the fucking fast lane. It feels like I'm on coke, but focused and calm.
Hold still, please.
He's strapping me to the table. Fuck. Stay in the moment. I might only have one shot to get out of this.
You're David, right?
Yeah.
Katie told me you were here. She's a nice girl. You're a lucky guy.
Right now, I don't feel so lucky.
That's funny.
I made him laugh. Is that good? He's walking over to the tools. Fuck, he's picking up the saw. I want to scream. It takes all of my strength to hold it back. My mind is racing. I can't keep up with my own thoughts. 3 options lay out before me. Option 1.
Please, you don't have to do this. I don't want to die.
Then break down. I beg for my life.
No, God! No!
Fuck that! He'd probably love to hear me beg. I won't give him the satisfaction. Option 2.
If you're gonna kill me, just do it already.
I accept my fate. I am going to die. I try to anger him so that he kills me quickly.
Is this what you do to get off, you little limp dick fuck?
No! There's a chance that it could backfire. That would be bad. Option 3.
Katie broke up with me about 2 weeks ago. I've had bad fucking breakups before, but this one hurt like your bullet.
Well, they say broken bones mend faster than broken hearts.
I keep him talking. If Mateo or Linda made it out, maybe they'll come for me. Maybe. Maybe they're dead. But I have to keep him engaged. Intrigue him, flatter him. Buy as much time as I can. It's the only chance I've got.
When you fall in love, that person, they light up the room. They shine so bright that you're blinded. You can't see their flaws. You know, your friends can see them, so can your family. But they're hidden from you. Eventually, you know, that light begins to dim. The brightness fades and you can see clearly again. Then, the flaws start becoming visible. They become so noticeable you fixate on them. And that's what happened to Katie. You know, she saw something dark in me that outweighed the light.
And what did she see?
Something unpredictable. It scared her.
You don't look scary.
Neither do you.
What was she afraid would happen?
That I'd hurt her.
Would you?
I don't know. Pick up the scalpel.
Excuse me?
Pick it up. Now cut open my shirt.
Man, you are all kinds of crazy. Oh.
He looks down at the old scars that cover my body. I can tell that he's curious. Thank Christ. I know I bought myself 5, maybe 10 more minutes. The story I'm gonna share is painful, but it gives me more time. I will use my personal suffering to entertain him.
Who did this to you?
Have you ever heard of the Moobles?
Hey! Is someone in there?
Yes! I'm locked inside! Help me, please!
I'm gonna break the window, okay? So back up into the corner of the van and cover your face.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes!
Alright, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Fucking plexiglass.
Are you hurt?
I think I'm okay, but I'm in here with another girl and she isn't responding to me.
1 second. Just unlocking the door.
Hi, my name is Linda, and this is Mateo. We're here to help you.
We've been kidnapped. I don't know the other girl's name, but she fell asleep. Oh, she's not responding.
She's dead.
What?
I'm sorry.
Shouldn't you check her pulse or something?
You're Katie, right?
Yes?
I recognize you from Instagram. I work with Dave.
What the fuck is going on? She was fine 5 minutes ago. She just fell asleep.
We're in an epidemic. We don't know how it works, but it's triggered by sleep.
What?
Did you see where he kept the keys for this lock? Maybe in the glove compartment?
He has them on a keychain.
Shit.
Can we break her loose?
No fucking way he put his steel padlock around the chains.
Where's Dave?
He's still inside.
Is he okay?
We didn't see what happened.
That psycho lit up the fucking place.
We ran for the exit.
You can't leave Dave alone with that man. He's very ill.
What does he want?
I don't know. He said he wanted to grab a couple more girls and head down the coast.
Fucking hell. What are you doing?
Checking the glove compartment. Maybe he left a handgun.
What? You find something? Linda! Linda!
Driver's licenses. All girls. There are dozens of them.
As I lie strapped at the table, I finish my story. A part of me feels ashamed to have shared something so intimate with this man. Was it worth the 5 minutes this bought me?
You've been through a lot.
It was a long time ago.
It doesn't matter. That kind of pain stays with you.
I've tried to move on, put it behind me.
You know, it sounds like you could use a little R&R, my friend. Tell you what, I was thinking about heading down to Cabo with a couple of girls. Why don't you come along? It'd be nice to have another guy around. You hang out with too many women and it really fucks with your head.
Play along, kiss his ass, act like you're buying into his bullshit.
Well, yeah, that sounds great.
And in case you haven't noticed, there aren't a lot of people around. We can do whatever we want.
Oh, let's go.
First, there's just one little problem we need to address.
Yeah?
It's important to keep things simple. Start this off on the right note.
Agreed.
And the last thing we want is drama and bad vibes when we're down in paradise.
Yeah, totally.
So, what do we do about Katie? I know you both have a history. I'm starting to take a shine to her.
No, you don't understand. Katie and I, we're done. And
The real issue is that I'm a jealous guy. I just won't be able to trust you. But I've got a solution.
What are you doing?
It's a simple procedure. It won't take 5 minutes. We'll get you an ice pack and some Advil, and you'll be on your feet in 24 hours.
What the fuck is that?
Morphine. I'll apply it to the region, and you won't feel a thing.
No, get the fuck away from me!
If you squirm, I'll have to put you under.
Help!
Just relax. It's easier than getting your wisdom teeth out.
Listen, don't do this.
David, I promise you won't miss them. You'll be as happy as every dog you see on the street. They're a smart animal and they don't seem to mind. Always smiling with their tongues out, wagging their tails, and every one of them has been snipped.
Fuck you.
As I writhe, I realize one of my arm straps is loose. If I pull free, you'll notice immediately. There's nothing I can do. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. He's unbuckling my pants. Don't scream. Don't beg. That's exactly what he wants.
I know you might be a little resentful at first, but we'll move past this. You and I are going to be best friends. You'll still be able to enjoy watching the sunset, feeling the sand between your toes. And at night, when Katie and I are having fun in our room, you'll just have to enjoy a good book.
Don't close your eyes. Look straight at him. Don't be afraid. Fuck him. Pitch black. The power's gone out.
Fuck!
We're alone in the darkness. This is my chance. I pull my arm free. Reach for the scalpel. Blade cuts my fingers open, but I grab it anyway. I find his handle and swing into the darkness. I hit the fucker. Maybe his arm or his shoulder.
Oh, you're dead! No!
The power turns on. As my eyes adjust to the light, I see Mateo crouched low.
Come here! Fucking hijo de puta! Fuck you! Mateo! Mateo!
Hey, man! Jesus Christ, what the fuck did he do?
He shot me.
Mateo!
I got the fucker, but you need to come down here right now. Dave's been shot. It's bad. He's losing a lot of blood.
I'm on my way.
Where's Katie?
Hey, she's okay, man. Relax. Don't try to get up. Breathe. Breathe.
I remember a lesson my mother taught me. It was during the year I was sent away, up north in the forests of Oregon.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear David. Happy birthday to you. Okay, bud. Blow out your candles. Quick, before they melt. Okay, then. I'll just blow them out. Want a slice of cake? Okay, fine. More for myself. David, are you really not going to talk to me? Listen, I know you're disappointed, but I spoke to your dad, and we both didn't think it was the right time for a visit. But he loves you, and he misses you, and he's so proud of how well you're doing.
You said I could see him.
Soon, I promise.
When?
Soon, okay? A few more months. How about opening your present?
Is it blocks?
No, it's not blocks.
What is it?
Well, you'll have to open it and see.
Checkers.
It's really fun. I will teach you how to play.
I don't want to.
David?
I want a real toy. I want to see Dad.
I know, honey. He wants to see you too.
I hate it here. I want to go home.
Davy.
I want to go home. I want to go home.
Stop it! You know we can't go home right now. Not until you're better.
Can I just have one real toy?
Not yet.
What about my dinosaurs? I had them before.
David, you know why you can't have your dinosaurs.
Because of the bad thing?
That's right.
The bad thing in my brain?
It will use them.
And make them bad.
Right, that's why we're here. To fight the bad thing. And guess what? We're winning. I know it's boring here. There's no TV or toys or kids to play with, but the bad thing has nothing it can use to hurt you. We're safe here.
Maybe it's gone now.
I don't think so, sweetheart. I think it's hiding, waiting for us to make a mistake. But we're not going to. We're too smart. And if we stay and keep fighting, the bad thing will give up. It will get bored and leave you alone forever. We just gotta be strong. We gotta be fucking tough.
You just said a bad word.
I know. You know, sometimes it's okay to say bad words.
Like on your birthday?
Yeah, like on your birthday.
Can I say it?
Let's both say it. We gotta be fucking tough. 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 See? It felt really good, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's eat some fucking cake.
You've lost a lot of blood, Dave. I need to remove the bullet immediately.
Have you done this before?
No.
Oh, well, I've never been shot before, so first time for the both of us.
Do you know your blood type?
Oh, I think.
You think or you know?
I'm pretty positive.
We need to be sure, Dave. A transfusion with the wrong blood type would be really fucking bad.
I'm 90% certain.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Oh, you know, I'm a little leaky, but Linda's gonna patch me up. Where'd you take him?
I locked homeboy in the custodial closet.
Is he secure?
I threw him to the ground and cuffed his legs and arms together. Fucker isn't going anywhere. He really turned on the waterworks, though. Started crying, snot dripping on the floor.
Really?
Yeah, man. He was so scared I thought he shit himself.
Oh my god. Dave.
Katie stood in the doorway. She looked tired and shaken. Her eyes were... I noticed the cast on her arm. It ran from her wrist to her elbow. I had never seen her this way. So run down, like a person who had a glimpse into hell.
Come here.
As we held each other, her shirt began to soak in my blood. Both of us were scared, wounded, and going off for 48 hours without sleep.
Hi.
Hey.
How's your day been?
Fuck. What did he do to you?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm okay. I just, I'm really happy to see you.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
We should operate now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Mateo?
Yes.
I need you to see if the computers are running. If they are, pull up Dave's file and find his blood type. Then I need you to run down to the freezer and bring me a 250 milliliter blood bag that matches his blood type. Can you handle that?
You got it.
Is there anything I can do?
Just keep Dave company. Okay, first I need to clean the wound.
Oh!
Sorry.
Shit.
Now I'm gonna inject you with some lidocaine.
Oh.
As the tingling numbness settled over the wound, I looked up at Katie.
This isn't gonna be easy. If you need to step out of the room, I'd understand.
I'm not going anywhere.
She took my hand and held it tight as Linda picked up the scalpel.
You ready?
Just fucking do it.
On most nights, the old man's dreams were peaceful. He would dream of the jungle, his childhood home, where his people had lived for thousands of years. In his dreams, he would become an eagle and fly high above the trees. On some nights, he'd be a wild boar, or a snake in the grass, or a tree frog. And sometimes he'd dream of the ocean, where he'd take the form of a whale. But over the last few weeks, his dreams turned dark. The old man's visions disturbed him. He dreamt of a wicked thing chasing him through the jungle. It was a beast with many faces that howled like a monkey, hissed like a snake, and laughed like a woman. The old man knew he could not outrun it. He would have to turn around and face it. He would have to fight.
Dad, you've been dreaming again. Want some water? No cigs, Pop. Doctor says...
Spit on the doctor. It's my lungs.
Okay, Pop. Going back to sleep. Night.
June 30th, 6 nights before it began. The old man's dreams hadn't been this vivid since he was a boy, back when he left his tribe. That was over 50 years ago. He had lived in the mining town for most of his life. He raised his son here and buried his wife here. But now, after half a century, the spirits of the jungle were warning him. Something was coming. The old man stepped outside to smoke on the porch and listen to the rain. That's when he heard something strange coming from the back of the house. It was the baby lamb, just born last week. The river must have overflooded because it was being ripped apart by a dozen crabs. The old man took a rock and ended its misery. This was a dark omen, something unnatural. These were creatures from the land and water that were never supposed to meet. But the barrier between their worlds had been broken and could never be repaired. The crabs of the river had now developed a taste for lamb.
We miss you, Dave. We've been waiting for you.
The fluorescent light stung my eyes. Katie held my hand as Linda leaned over me.
I can see the bullet.
I could see the sweat on Linda's forehead. Christ, she was more scared than I was.
I'm gonna remove it now. Keep still.
July 5th, 4 p.m. There were 5 of us at the Santa Mira Hospital. We might have been the last 5 people in Southern California. Or maybe the world. Mateo, Linda, Katie, me, and the man we had locked in the storage closet. The man who shot me.
Hello? Is someone listening? I just want to talk. You can't lock me in here. It isn't right. I know you can hear me.
As Linda treated me, I saw her look at the scars that covered my body. I could tell she was curious.
Okay. Here we go. I got it. Holy shit, I'm fucking good. Woo! Don't laugh. You're still bleeding. Here, I need to put some staples in.
Is he gonna be okay?
I didn't see any organ damage. The bullet was caught between his 8th and his 9th ribs. There was a small hairline fracture on his rib, but that won't keep a professional athlete out of the game. Basically, it's a fucking miracle it wasn't worse.
Oh, thank God.
I need a cigarette. And normally, I'd say you'd need some sleep, but not today.
Linda, thank you.
I'll be outside if you need me.
Katie sat quietly with her arms draped around me. It felt good to share the silence. If we kept quiet, we didn't have to talk about what had happened to the world, or to our friends, or loved ones. In the silence, we could hide from what we feared most. We were running out of time.
Dave.
Yeah,
I love you.
I love you too.
But I had to leave.
Yeah, I know.
As we held each other, I looked down at the cast on her arm, and I knew I was responsible.
How bad is it?
Not that bad. I'm supposed to take the cast off in a week. It's just a minor fracture and some torn ligaments.
Katie. I'm so sorry.
I know, baby. I know. But it's not your fault. You can't control what happens in your sleep.
Maybe not. But I knew there was a risk. Every time I slept beside you, I was selfish.
You're not selfish or wanting to love someone. That's what everyone wants. You're just human.
Did you see the way Linda was looking at me?
What way?
My scars. She seemed pretty freaked out.
I'm sure she was.
How did you feel when you first saw them?
I can't remember. I'm so used to them now.
She ran her finger up a line of old scar tissue that trailed up my chest.
You'll have a new scar to go with the old ones.
They're both memories I'd like to forget.
Oh, I'm not sure you can. So you might as well try to learn from them.
Okay, Davy. Say goodbye, cabin.
Goodbye, cabin.
Goodbye, Oregon.
Goodbye, Oregon.
Are you excited to go home?
Yeah.
Me too.
When I was 5, I spent 18 months in isolation. It was just my mom and I living up in the forests of Oregon. I was undergoing an experimental treatment known as sensory deprivation therapy. The idea was to clear my head, to keep me away from any extraneous stimulation so my nightmares would go away. It was a risk, but it worked, and I started to get better.
Welcome home, Dave!
After I got home, years went by without any nightmares. They began to feel like a distant memory, and eventually, I got over my fear of going to sleep. By the time I was a teenager, my life was basically normal. I had friends, I played sports, I went to parties. Obviously, I had to stay away from any kind of violent media, like video games and horror movies. But other than that, I was a regular kid. And like a lot of guys my age, I was obsessed with girls. With one girl in particular, Jane Miller.
Hey, Dave.
Oh, hi, Jane.
That's right. My voice was this fucking deep in high school.
What are you up to tonight?
Oh, probably going to the gym.
Oh, okay. Well, some people are coming over tonight to hang out. You want to come?
Tonight?
Yeah. Unless you're too busy working out.
No. That sounds cool. What time?
9 o'clock.
Okay, all right, I can do that. Do you need me to bring anything, like snacks?
Do you have any beer?
No.
That sucks.
I think my dad has some Chardonnay or something.
I'm just fucking with you. See you at 9.
Okay, all right, cool. See you later.
Hey.
What?
Get your finger out of my sauce.
I'm hungry.
Just wait a minute.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dave. Looking good, buddy. Going out tonight?
Yeah, I'm just hanging out with Steve and Jeremy.
You're gelling your hair for those two?
I don't know. I'm just trying something new.
Whoa, you're laying it on a little thick with the cologne.
Is it too much?
Yeah, step back. You're gonna ruin the pasta sauce.
Fuck.
Language?
Sorry.
What are you guys doing tonight?
Just hanging out, playing some air hockey.
Okay, but no scary movies or video games or anything like that.
Mom, no.
I'm sorry. I have to ask.
Okay, I'm going.
Love you.
Back by 11?
Yeah, okay, all right, later.
Have
Bye.
fun. You think he's going to see Steve and Jeremy?
No way in hell. Why'd he dress up for those goons?
You think it's a girl?
Maybe. He is a charmer, just like his dad.
Get off of me.
Hey,
Hey, Jane.
come in.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Where is everybody?
EJ and Kara are over at Dylan's. And Bruce and Lana might stop by later.
Oh. Okay.
It was just the two of us. Me and the girl I had liked since 6th grade. Alone. On a Friday night. Sitting together on her couch.
So, what do you want to do?
I don't know.
Want to watch a movie?
Jane handed me a DVD from Blockbuster. It was a horror movie. The only thought I had was, I'm fucked.
AJ said it's awesome.
I don't know. Looks kind of dumb.
Come on, it'll be fun. I can make some popcorn. My dad has a couple of beers in the basement cooler.
Well, I'm just not really in the mood for a horror movie, you know?
Why? Are you scared?
No.
Is it true what everyone says? That you'll freak if you see something violent?
What? Who told you that?
It's just what I heard.
No, of course not.
So let's watch it.
Okay.
Awesome. I'll get the beer.
All teenagers make mistakes. They drink and drive, they do drugs, they shoplift. I just wanted to watch a horror movie. A dumb one at that. I hadn't had a nightmare in years. What was the worst that could happen?
Hey,
Hey.
how you feeling?
Just tired.
That's normal. No shallow breathing or dizziness?
No.
That's good. That's really good. So listen, I think we should all have a talk. How we spend the next couple of hours is critical, and we need to have some sort of a plan.
Okay. Sounds good.
8 p.m. It was night again.
Are you sure you can walk?
Yeah.
As we went to meet Linda, we passed this storage closet.
Katie, are you there?
Fuck you!
Just ignore him.
I just want to talk. Please. Katie, come back.
Katie and I joined Mateo and Linda in the lobby. We all looked like shit. We were tired, scared, doing our best to keep it together.
I won't sugarcoat this. We're still completely in the dark. We have no idea what's causing this, and time is running out. If we're lucky, the modafinil buys us another 24 hours, maybe 30. But we're gonna get more tired, and then we'll fall asleep. And we won't wake up.
So you're saying we're fucked?
I have an idea. It's a long shot, but maybe it can give us some answers.
What do you have in mind?
Upstairs, we have an MRI. If we run a scan on someone's brain, we can see neuroimaging of the cranial cavity, the brainstem, and the cerebellum. It might help us understand what's causing this.
You know how to work an MRI?
I'm studying neurology. I was. I'm not a pro, but I can run some basic tests.
All right, well, shit. What do we gotta lose? Let's do it.
I mean, if we're running a brain scan, whose brain are we running it on?
Well, for the MRI to work, we'll need to run it during the exact moment that the subject falls asleep. That's the only way we can get substantial results.
What exactly are you suggesting, Linda?
I know what she's suggesting. That we take that psycho in the closet and use him as our human guinea pig.
You're suggesting that we kill him?
We won't be killing him. We'll be monitoring him as he dies in his sleep.
This isn't the time to parse your words, Linda. If you're suggesting that we help kill this guy, say what you fucking mean.
I'm saying that he dies so that we might live. Unless you think it's better that we all die.
I think it's better if we come up with a different option.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. Like literally anything else.
Well, you better think of something quickly. Because every second we wait, we grow more and more tired, more erratic, less rational.
I think that's already happened.
Why do you care if he lives or dies? The guy's a piece of shit. He shot you. If I hadn't come in and saved your ass, your nuts would have been in a jar on a shelf.
We might be the last people alive. If this really is the end, is this how you want humanity to go out? Spending our last moments on Earth doing a bunch of human experiments like a bunch of Nazi doctors.
I want to go out fighting. Here.
What are these?
Driver's licenses. All girls. We found them in his van.
Laura Baxter, born January 28th, 1996.
Carla Moran, address 37 Godfrey Road West, Westford, Alabama.
Elizabeth Sully, 820 Thompson Street, Glastonbury, Connecticut.
I looked them up. The girls I could find had obituaries, and they all died the same way. Would you like to know how? They overdosed. That's how he got away with it. He drugged them, used them, and made their deaths look like overdoses.
Melanie
Ellen
Daniels.
Perez. Kate Miller.
He hid his crimes in the opioid epidemic.
Maybe he did. But I'm not going to be this man's judge, jury, and executioner.
It's not up to you. We should vote. Anyone who thinks we should try the MRI, raise their hands.
Katie.
It's 3-1.
I'm sorry, Dave. Normally I'd agree with you, but everything that was normal in the world ended this morning. I'm actually surprised by how I feel. I feel like he deserves it.
That settles it. Mateo, can you and Dave go take him up to the 4th floor?
You expect me to help you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Come on, man. I don't want to deal with this fucker alone. Let's go.
Popcorn?
Thanks.
My dad just got these crazy new speakers. I forget what they're called.
Surround sound.
Yeah, it's 5.1 or something. And you can hear the whole movie behind you.
Cool.
I was just teasing, you know? Like, if you are too scared, we don't have to watch it.
I knew there was no way I could back down now. Not in front of Jane. We were watching this movie.
No way. Put it on.
Okay, sweet. I'm pressing play.
Cool.
The movie was called Moobles. It was one of those cheesy early 2000s horror movies with bad special effects.
What was that? I think it came from the barn.
I'll go check it out. Stay here. Hello? Is anybody there? Show yourself, goddammit!
In the movie, a meteor crashes on a farm in Nebraska, and these little blue creatures called Moobles start terrorizing the town.
Wade Drux, as I live and breathe.
Hello, Lila.
The movie's heroes are a local journalist and an out-of-work biologist who used to date back in high school.
How have you been?
You know me, always looking for that front page scoop. What brings you back to town?
Flew in last week. Funding to my research got cut. So if you know anyone who's looking to hire a wildlife biologist, let me know.
I'm sorry, that's a tough break.
Apparently, there are not a lot of investors out there willing to fund the study of Siberian caribou.
Well, I remember you had killer dance moves in high school. Maybe try the strip club. They can always use an extra dancer.
Well, I don't know who the hell would pay to see that.
I'll tell you what, if you get the job, I'll be your first customer.
As the movie progresses, they start to investigate a series of grisly deaths that occur across town.
Oh my god, what could have done this? Bear? A wolf?
No. The teeth marks are too small. It had to be something the size of a squirrel.
A squirrel?
With the ferocity of a wolverine.
Is this like anything you've seen before?
I don't think anyone's ever seen something like this before.
Watch out!
Around an hour into the movie, I slid my arm over Jane's shoulder. I wasn't very slick. I pulled the classic stretching my arm over my head move before dropping it around her. But it fucking worked. She snuggled up against me. I couldn't believe it. The coolest, most beautiful girl in school seemed to like me. I felt incredible, like I'd reached some sort of turning point. From here on out, I could have everything I ever wanted. A girlfriend, a regular life. But it wasn't a feeling that lasts very long.
Hey, fuckface, get up! We're going for a walk.
Where are we going?
Shut the fuck up! You don't say shit unless you're spoken to. Got that? Get up!
Please, I just want you to know that I have a family, a beautiful wife, 2 daughters.
I said, shut up!
Ah!
Mateo, you don't think those girls you took had families, huh? How do you think their parents felt when they had to bury their fucking daughters?
I didn't hurt them. Believe me, they were junkies.
Hey! Shh. There's nothing you have to say that I want to hear, okay? If you speak again, I'll bash your teeth in, you fucking cockroach.
Mateo, let's go.
Upstairs, we strapped him to the MRI.
What the hell are you people doing? Hey, what are those? Get off of me! Please. I just want to know what you're attempting to do.
I told you to shut the fuck up! Do
you want me to gag him?
No, that's okay.
What do we do now?
We wait. The electroencephalogram will tell us when he's asleep. And then we start the MRI.
We walked into the observation room next door and watched through a glass window as he writhed in his straps. He looked like a trapped rat, screaming and calling out.
Dave! Don't do this! Please! If you hurt me, you know what'll happen. You'll be the one who fucking pays for it. Every night when you go to sleep, the scars you have now are nothing compared to what's coming.
Turn off the microphone.
Just turn it off!
What the hell are you doing in my office?
We can't let you do this.
Try and stop me.
By the end of the movie, the town's evil millionaire plans on selling the Moobles as toys, and he's going to ship them to stores all across the country. The Moobles have the ability to remain absolutely still, so they can pretend to be dolls. The whole ending is a little far-fetched, but whatever.
Do you know what's gonna happen if you sell these things to kids?
Yes, I'm gonna make millions. Moobles are going to be 2002's most popular toy. These things are gonna be hotter than fiddly sticks. This is gonna be like crack cocaine for toddlers.
You're insane.
Look, why don't you both work for me? You can get in on this from the ground up.
Don't you get it, man? The only thing you're gonna have is a goddamn massacre on your hands!
In the end, the journalist and the scientist find the Moobles spawning pool. They burn the eggs with a flamethrower and blow up the queen with C4.
Light her up!
No! My baby!
Motherhood's a bitch.
You think they'll ever come back?
If they do, we'll be ready.
Now all I have to do is write up the story.
How's this for a headline? After saving the world, two high school sweethearts reunite.
Let's take it to print.
What'd you think?
It was terrible. But it was really funny.
So, what do you want to do now?
This was my moment. It was now or never. I leaned forward and went in for a kiss. As she kissed me back, I realized it had worked. Holy shit.
I had fun tonight.
Me too.
Pleasant dreams.
It had been an amazing night. I made out with Jane. I had watched my first horror movie. I thought that this must be what it feels like to be a normal teenager. But then I went to sleep.
Hello?
I walked down the hall and entered the kitchen.
Mom? Dad?
There were hundreds of them. The little blue monsters were dangling from the chandelier, smashing plates, ripping through cereal boxes on the kitchen counter. And I saw my mom's head on the cutting board. Her eyes were gouged out and replaced with olives. Her mouth was stuffed with an apple. The Moobles opened the fridge, and I saw pieces of my parents on every shelf. Suddenly, they attacked me, crawling on my legs, jumping on my shoulders, my head.
Get off me! No!
Pick up his pants.
What are you gonna do?
We're going inside, Dave. Deep inside, Dave. I bet it's cozy in there. You'll make a wonderful home, Dave.
Get off of me! No!
Get ready, Dave. We're going in. Bad guy! Come on, everybody We're under your tongue. We're behind your eyes. We're part of you.
No!
We're in your blood. We're pumping through your veins. We'll make you do things, Dave. Whatever we want. Where's the kitty cat? That's got its tail. The neighbors have a new baby. Let's go play.
Get out!
There's one way to stop us. You know what to do. Take the knife. Get it out. The knife. Take it. Get the knife. Rip, slash, slice, cut. Rip, slash, slice, cut. Rip, slash, slice, cut. Rip, slash, slice,
Dave, what's going on? Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, God!
Your son is very lucky, Mr. and Mrs. Torres. Thankfully, he missed his lungs and heart, but Davis suffered from lacerations to the kidney and spleen, and several gashes across his chest and abdomen have required staples.
Are the arm and leg straps necessary?
For now, they are. I've recommended that Dave be put under psychiatric hold. He'll be under surveillance for the next 24 hours. A psychiatrist will evaluate him tomorrow, but for the night, I've prescribed antipsychotic medication. It's for his own safety. We need to make sure that Dave does not try to harm himself again.
My poor boy.
I spent 6 weeks in the hospital recovering from the stab wounds. Then the next 6 months in a psychiatric ward. It took 2 more years of therapy and homeschooling to undo the damage I'd done that night. I still dream of the Moobles from time to time. But it's never as bad as the first night. That was the first and last time I ever saw a horror movie. 1 a.m. We've been waiting in the observation room.
What's up? Anything?
He's asleep. I'm running the MRI.
What?
It's the readings.
What do they mean?
Linda sat glued to the computer screen, watching the brain waves rise and fall. Kitty took my hand. We stood together for a couple minutes, waiting, barely breathing.
He's gone.
He was dead. As I looked at his body through the glass window, I felt relieved. At the same time, I knew we were not that far behind him. None of us had slept in over 48 hours. We waited quietly as Linda studied the readouts, both hoping and dreading the results that she'd find.
Linda. Linda,
Yes.
what did you find?
There was a spike in his alpha and beta waves right before he died. It's when his heart stopped.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means he died in a dream.
What are you saying? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
I don't know what else to say. He died during a dream.
What kind of a dream?
I don't know. We can't just hook his brain up to a TV and watch him in dreamland.
Whoa, Mateo, chill.
This is so fucked.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. He's right. This is so fucked.
Despair. The feeling surrounded us.
Have you ever heard of someone dying this way?
No. Not like this. I mean, people die from heart attacks, lung disease, cancer. They don't die from bad dreams.
I'm sorry, I just don't understand. This is all so... I don't know. I mean, what the fuck?
I'm gonna go wash up. It's 2 o'clock. At around 2:30, we need to take our next dose of modafinil.
Okay.
Thank you, Linda. Are you okay?
I'm just tired. I'm so tired.
I know. Me too.
I don't know how much longer I can stay awake.
We have to try. Hey, as long as I'm awake, you are not falling asleep. You got that? I will douse you with cold water. I will tickle you. I will pinch you.
Oh, hey!
And annoy the hell out of you. But you are not falling asleep.
Okay. Well, I guess it's a good thing you're annoying as hell.
Yeah? I'm glad it can finally come in handy.
Mom, do I have to go to bed?
Yes, Billy. All growing boys need their sleep.
But why?
That's a great question, Billy. Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about the effects of sleep deprivation. All little boys and girls need a good night's sleep. Mommies and daddies, too. It's as important as the milk in your glass and the eggs on your plate.
But I don't like milk.
Shut the fuck up. I'm speaking, Billy. Don't you know how rude it is to interrupt adults?
Yes, sir.
That's a good boy. The effects of sleep deprivation can include aching muscles, headaches, irritability, memory lapse, depression, paranoia, hallucinations, the development of false memories, mania, psychosis, and the complete breakdown of the human mind. Does any of that sound fun to you, Billy?
No, sir.
Insanity is always right around the corner, Billy. The power to rape, kill, and commit unspeakable acts of violence lie within us all. So do yourself a favor and get some sleep.
Okay. Good night, Mom.
Good night, sweetheart.
Good night, Biscuit. And good night forever, humankind. It was fun while it lasted.
July 6th, sometime before dawn. We all felt it now. The exhaustion. The drugs could only do so much. It had been over 50 hours without sleep. I could feel my mind drifting. We were all starting to slip.
Hey. Hey, man. Come join me.
I stepped outside to check on Mateo. All night he seemed on edge, more than the rest of us, so I wanted to keep an eye on him.
How you doing, man?
I'm okay. I'm sorry for how I've been acting.
Dude, it's okay.
No, it's not. I'm an asshole. We're all tired and scared. It's not cool if I'm the only one who can't keep his shit together.
All right, man. We're all doing our best, you know?
You wanna know something? I love you, bro. It's true. Even though you're weird and fucked up and awkward at bars, I just can't help it. I love you.
Thanks, man.
But you are the worst fucking wingman that ever lived.
Hey. What is that?
What the fuck are you drinking?
Want a sip?
Hey! Hey! Give it to me!
Chill.
Give me that bottle!
Stop! Dave, I'm not gonna fight a guy who's been shot. Get off me, fucker! Don't make me put you in a headlock. What the hell is the matter with you? What? Come on, man, don't be mad.
I can't believe you.
Listen, dude. Let's be real for a minute. We both know there's not a lot of time left. I'm just trying to come to terms with things. Let me put it this way. I've gotten fucked up on every important day of my life. I got fucked up when I lost my wings. I got fucked up when I was deployed to Iraq. When I got my GED, when I lost my virginity. And my dad got fucked up the day I was born, so I'm gonna get fucked up the day that I die.
You're giving up.
Fuck you.
You're a coward.
Watch yourself.
You're quitting on me. And the girls.
Come on, man, it's over. Linda's a smart bird, but she has no idea what's going on.
There's still time.
Well, a few hours, maybe more. This is the end, man. And you don't get to tell me how I choose to die.
And what do you want me to do? Just accept what you're saying?
I just want you to stand out here and be my friend. My last friend in the world.
Okay.
If you knew you were gonna die at 30, would you have done things differently?
No, of course not. I've lived a flawless life with no regrets.
Sure.
I don't know, man. I should have told my parents I loved them some more, maybe. I don't know. And I would have liked to spend less time being afraid. God, I'm so fucking sick of being scared.
You were dealt some tough cards.
Maybe. But then again, I'm alive. And billions of people are not. So I'm not ready to give up just yet.
Hey! Really? Again? Oh, come on.
If you want to die, then go do it somewhere else, man. This place right here is for people that want to live.
Fuck you.
I'm serious, man. You're not walking through those doors unless you go right to the coffee machine.
We all met in the lobby to take our next dose of modafinil. Linda passed out the pills.
I'm upping the dose. 800 milligrams.
I stared at the blue little tabs in my hand, then watched as Katie, Linda, and Mateo swallowed theirs.
Dave? You okay? Dave?
Dave.
I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, no shit. We all do.
The Maniac died after how long? Around 3 minutes after he fell asleep?
Just about.
So let me sleep for 2.5 minutes, then wake me up.
What? What are you talking about?
He died during a dream, right? We know that for sure. So let me fall asleep and start to dream, and maybe we'll learn something.
Like what?
I don't know. Anything.
No.
Why not?
Because it's too dangerous.
As opposed to what? Just sitting here until the modafinil runs its course? What do we have to lose?
You can die.
It's not worth the risk. It's just stupid. I mean, what could we hope to learn?
What are we up against? What is this, Linda? Some sort of virus or disease? What kind of virus kills billions of people in their dreams? We all know that there's no doctors or scientists, living or dead, who could explain what's happening. This goes beyond all that.
What? You think this was a fucking act of God or something?
Who knows? Let's find out.
No. Just no.
I'm sorry. This isn't a debate. I'm gonna do this.
You can't.
If none of you want to help me, I'll lock myself in a closet and set a timer for 2 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
I'll sleep for 2 minutes, that's it. Then wake me up.
It might be hard. I mean, your body is so sleep deprived that once you fall asleep, you won't want to wake up.
Wait, you're not... actually entertaining this fucked up idea.
If he's gonna go through with it, I'll try to help.
Kitty, it's okay.
If you do this, I will never forgive you. Do you understand?
Come here.
You're such an asshole.
Don't worry. I can handle a bad dream. I'm a pro.
Linda prepared the room. She hooked me up to an EKG monitor and I lay down on the cot. Katie and Mateo stood over me, trying to put on a brave face.
2 minutes, and I'm waking you up.
2 minutes.
If this doesn't work, I'll bring you back to life and kill you again.
I believe you.
Okay. We're ready.
Okay.
Well, this part should be easy. Just close your eyes and try to sleep.
See you on the other side.
I closed my eyes. It didn't take long. In less than a minute, I drifted off to sleep.
Hello?
I awoke to find myself in a desert, walking across the dunes.
Hello?
And then I felt it. It began as an itch in my throat. And it spread down to my chest and into my stomach. Then trickled into my veins. I was thirsty. My throat and tongue were so dry I thought they would turn to dust. I'd never known such thirst. How could this feeling exist? I had to get out of there.
Hey! Wake me up! Wake me up! Katie!
A terrible fear crossed my mind. What if they couldn't wake me up?
Wake me up!
As I kept walking, the thirst grew stronger with every step. I believed I had reached the peak of human torment, only to step further and learn of greater torment. The suffering had evolved me to a creature whose only desire was for water. But there was no water, only sand, as far as the eye could see. I walked for what felt like centuries. Time no longer existed. The misery was driving me insane. Within my thirst, I felt the weight of all human suffering. I could write poetry that would force its reader to suicide. If I looked someone in the eye, their heart would stop. If I whispered in their ear, their brain would hemorrhage. The suffering turned me into suffering. I was now the embodiment of pain. Vultures were circling in the sky. But as I looked at them for the first time, I realized they were not vultures. They were just shapes, blurry, and out of focus. They looked like black triangles. Suddenly, the black triangles merged in the sky, forming one much larger triangle the size of a doorway. This black portal landed in front of me. And I heard footsteps coming from within the darkness.
Hey, bud.
Hi, honey.
Dad. How you doing? I'm so thirsty.
That's not good. good. You gotta stay hydrated, pal.
Here you go, sweetheart. Have a drink.
At that moment, I'd have given anything for a drink. I raised the glass and brought it to my lips. But as I stared into the water, I saw a storm. The water in my glass was an ocean, and I saw thousands of people drowning inside it. I realized now that the water meant death, but I didn't care. I had to drink.
Go on.
Drink it, Dave.
I stared out at my parents and saw that in the center of their eyes were little black triangles.
It's okay, sweetie.
Drink. But as the water touched my lips, I felt a presence. Someone is here. A man appeared. He seemed to rise right from the sand.
You're not welcome, old man.
My parents' voices were stolen by the wind. They tried to scream, but there was only silence as the man approached. His face was ancient, rugged, and weather-beaten. He may have been Filipino or Malaysian, but I wasn't sure exactly.
The fly in your water. Why does it kick?
I looked in my glass and saw that there was a fly, struggling to stay afloat.
Because it does not wish to die. We all fight to live.
Who are you?
I am the whale.
The old man vanished before my eyes. I stared back at my parents' imposters. They began to mutate. The skin from their faces melted down to the ground.
Listen to Mommy and Dada!
Their noses ballooned into trunks that reached out like arms.
Now drink your fucking water!
And then I remembered the whale's message.
Beware of the elephant.
Fuck you. I took the glass of water and dumped it into the sand. Water poured from the glass like a tidal wave. The elephant monsters were washed away, and the flood turned the desert into an ocean. As I stood at the bottom of the sea, the whale approached me.
Come on.
I climbed up the whale and rode on his back. We soared across the ocean, rising up towards the surface.
Hurry. They will try to stop you.
Who are they?
They are called.
I emerged from the water and found myself on a tropical beach. There were lush green mountains in the distance. On the beach just ahead of me, there was a bed. A wooden sign told me where I was. It was a place I'd never heard of before.
This bed is for you. When you come, bring cigarettes.
Give him some space. Just breathe, Dave. Breathe. You weren't waking up, so we pumped you with adrenaline. That's why your heart is racing. Can you nod if you understand me?
Yeah.
Good. Just try to relax. We woke you up for 2 minutes.
Hey man, you want some water? Can I give him some?
Yeah.
Slow, slow. Small sips.
Listen. Take your time. It's okay.
No, you don't understand. We have to leave here. Right now.
What?
Moresby. It's our only chance. We have to go to Moresby.
Where the fuck is that?
The old man dreamt he was a whale, swimming in the deep. He descended into the darkness, swimming down to the bottom of a great trench. No sea creatures lived here. This was a place for spirits. But he had come to visit Talandian, the god of dreams. Talandian was a giant made out of coral. He stood guarding a door at the end of the ravine. As something pounded from the other side of the door, the dream god turned to the whale and spoke.
Soon it will break through. The door cannot hold it. What is it? Something that does not belong here. Wishes to eat the world. What must I do? Gather those who can hear the message and return to the land of your father.
The whale fled from the bottom of the ravine and raced towards the surface, following the light. July 1st, 4 days before it began. The old man's nightmares had gotten worse. Felix knew his father was distracted. On lunch break, he would wander away from the mine and stare out at the jungle. The old man wasn't well. He spent most nights waking up in a cold sweat, ranting about his dreams. These were powerful visions. The kind of nightmares he hadn't had since he was a boy, when he left his tribe over 50 years ago.
Dad! Dad! Where are you going?
The jungle.
Break is over. Let's go back to work.
Not going to work. Going to the jungle.
Don't be crazy, Pop. Foreman is gonna be mad.
No more work. No more mining. Come with me.
To the jungle? We gotta work or we lose our wage.
You cannot see. This place blinds you. They give you money, but they take your time. There is nothing for you here.
And what the hell you think's out there, huh? What we gonna find in the jungle?
My past, your future, our home.
You're a crazy old bastard. You go out in that jungle, a snake's gonna bite you in the ass and you'll be dead in 10 minutes.
I was born in that jungle, boy. Just like my daddy, and his daddy, and his daddy.
You're a miner, Pop. You ain't tribal anymore.
All I know is the jungle is calling me back, son. I do not know why, but it wants me. And there's a place for you by my side.
Daddy, it's work time.
You cannot make me stay. I cannot make you leave. Goodbye.
Oh, Christ.
Hey, where the hell is he going?
Daddy, wait! I'm not gonna leave you, Pop.
Then come, boy. Let's go home.
Hey, Robbie!
Father and son walked side by side as they entered the jungle. They didn't know that they'd never return to the mine again. They belonged to the land of their ancestors now, where they would walk among spirits and dream giants. Tonight, they would sleep for many hours and listen to the voices that had long been ignored.
You want us to go to Papua New Guinea?
Mateo's a pilot. We can take a plane. Santa Mira has a private airport right off Route 12.
So we fly 7,000 miles on a 15-hour flight to the South Pacific. Then what?
Well, I don't know. I knew they were all thinking the same thing, that I'd lost my fucking mind. But I was certain this is what we had to do.
Just breathe, Dave. Breathe.
A few minutes ago, they woke me from a dream. While I was asleep, I came face to face with something evil that took the form of my parents. But I was saved. The whale showed me a place where we were supposed to go.
Moresby. It's our only chance. We have to go to Moresby. I know how this sounds.
You're asking us to fly halfway across the world with a pilot who hasn't slept in 3 nights.
What do you think, Mateo? Could you do it?
We'd be violating FAA safety regulations, that's for fucking sure.
After 48 hours without sleep, the mind starts to hallucinate. It's worse than being drunk or stoned. We feel okay right now because of the modafinil. But at some point, we will crash. If he tries to fly a plane in this condition, we will die.
We'll die if we stay. What chance do we have if we stay here? Look at us. We're all dying as we speak. We have to do this, and we have to leave right now.
Why? What do you think that we're gonna find there?
All I know is, on the night before this all began, I dreamed of a whale. And it warned me of things that came true. It told me to beware of the elephant. And there was a sticker of an elephant on the back of that Maniac's van.
That's called a coincidence.
Linda, you would be dead right now if I hadn't forced you to puke up those pills. How could I have known that? It was the whale.
You think this whale is real?
I think the whale could be this old man. He came to me in my dream. I think he's waiting for us in that jungle.
Jesus Christ.
Open your fucking eyes. Look at what's happened. In one night, a nightmare killed the world. We have to stop clinging to our old ways of thinking.
I don't know, man. I'm cool with risking my own life, but if that plane goes down, I'm taking you all with me.
I think you're alive for a reason. And I think it's to fly us to the jungle.
You think so?
I do.
Okay, man. Fuck it. Let's give it a go.
Yeah?
I promise I'll do whatever I can to get you there. And if we don't make it, it's one hell of a way to go down.
Do you really believe this is what we should do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Linda?
I'm not gonna pretend I understand what's happening. It all still seems so unreal. I think that there's a 90% chance that you've lost your fucking mind, Dave. But if that gives us a 10% chance of being right, that's the best chance we've got.
All right. Well, shit, let's go to Asia.
We took 10 minutes to pack supplies.
Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
I followed Linda into the corner office.
What's up?
Katie doesn't look good.
I know.
Keep her on her feet, drinking water.
Okay.
Watch her.
Hey, there are people outside.
What?
Look!
We saw them through the window, standing in the moonlight. 5 people scattered across the parking lot.
Who the fuck are they?
Hey!
Stop!
What?
Can you lock the front door?
What?
The fucking automatic doors! Lock them! Now!
Okay, fuck!
Go!
You okay?
The whale warned me about this. He said they tried to stop us.
Who?
Katie!
Oh, fuck.
Dave!
Katie, I want you to slowly move closer to me.
Are you okay, ma'am?
Both of you step back.
She's hurt.
Now!
Katie and Linda stepped behind me.
Don't come any closer.
There was an old woman standing in the hallway. She was naked, bleeding with stab wounds zigzagged down her body. I looked down and saw she was holding a knife.
Ma'am, do you need some assistance? Do you understand me?
Why are her eyes closed?
I think she's asleep.
David? David?
Step back!
How does she know your name?
You look tired. Why don't you sleep?
What do you want?
You want to open your scars.
Hey, put that fucking knife down!
We want to let the Moobles back in.
As the old woman bled out on the ground, I turned around and saw Linda holding a gun.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
I had to. She attacked us.
Jesus Christ.
They're trying to stop us.
What?
In my dream, the whale said they'd try to stop us. I think they know where we are because I went to sleep.
Who is trying to stop us?
I don't know. But we have to get the fuck out of here. Now. Grab the duffels. We gotta move. Let's go. To the van. Now. Now. Is the gun loaded?
Why?
The second we run out the front doors, we sprint to the van. If anyone comes at us, shoot them.
Fuck.
Mateo, you take the rifle, okay?
Okay.
Is everyone ready? We go on 3. 1, 2, 3! Go! Oh shit!
Stay back! Oh god!
Get in the van! Drive! Keep driving! Don't slow down!
I can't see. He's blocking the windshield.
Try to break through the glass!
Shoot him!
Come here!
Christ, man, what the hell?
Is everyone okay?
I think so.
Why were their eyes closed?
I don't know. I think they were sleepwalking.
Oh, really? When you sleepwalk, do you jump on a car and try to smash the windshield with your fucking fist? I didn't know that sleepwalking had the same effects as PCP.
We drove to the airport in silence. We all knew now. We weren't alone. Something was after us.
Katie? Hey, Katie. Dave, I think she's dozing.
Katie. Katie!
I'm okay.
You gotta sit up, sweetie. Don't lean your head against the window.
Okay.
Katie, can you talk to me?
Yeah?
In the duffel bag by your feet. Dave, there's a bottle of ammonia. Small clear bottle?
This one?
Yeah, pass it to me. Okay, Katie, I'm gonna need you to smell this and breathe in deep, okay?
What is it?
It's gonna give you a little boost.
Oh, no. I don't like it. It smells bad.
Come on, Katie. Breathe in through your nose. That's it.
Is she okay?
Better to puke than to fall asleep. That's it.
Turn right here.
We arrived at the airport. Mateo smashed a lock on the landing strip's gate, and we drove right on the runway. We passed a dozen private jets, probably owned by the richest families in Santa Mira. It was strange to think that none of them would fly again. The last flight from the Santa Mira airport would be our own. 4 people, exhausted and deranged, on a fucking suicide mission to the South Pacific. Godspeed.
Fuck yes. Here we go.
This one?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a S590. A normal flight to Asia on one of these would cost like $100,000. So we're balling out.
Katie, hey, do you see the plane? Come on, step out of the car.
Oh, it's big.
It has to be. We need a large enough tank to fly us direct. We're not stopping to refuel in Honolulu.
Katie, why don't you walk around? Stretch your legs a bit.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna check the hangar and look for the keys.
Keep walking, sweetie.
Okay.
What's happening to her?
She's crashing. It's gonna happen to all of us. It's probably happening to her a little faster because she took some heavy narcotics the other night.
So what do we do?
There's not much we can do.
What do you mean? You gotta do something. Give her more meds.
She doesn't need meds. She needs sleep.
15 more hours. She can make it, right?
Dave.
She'll make it. She will.
We waited in the hangar as Mateo fueled the plane. I stayed with Katie, watching her closely.
Okay, all right, stand up. On your feet.
No.
Come on. Up. No, sweetie, you can't lean your head on me.
Dave. I'm so tired.
Hey, don't worry. We're gonna get through this together.
But if I fall asleep, will I become like them, the people that tried to hurt us?
No, you're not gonna fall asleep.
What if I try to hurt you when we're up in the air? Oh, God.
Hey, Katie. Hey, you trust me, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
And believe me, I'm not gonna let you fall asleep.
5 minutes!
You know what I want to do when we're up in the sky?
What?
I want to dance the whole flight. Yeah? Just you and me. And I want to listen to all the music I wasn't allowed to as a kid.
Like what?
I don't know. Like black metal, dubstep, all the weird shit.
Can I pick the music?
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Can you help me load the duffels?
Sure.
It wasn't long. I must have taken my eyes off her for 30 seconds. But it was all the time she needed.
Katie? Katie! Hey! Open the door.
What's going on?
She's locked herself in the car. Katie!
As I banged on the door, Katie cracked the window.
I can't go.
Come on, stop fucking around.
It's too dangerous.
Get out of the car.
No. I want you to know that this is not your fault. There's nothing we can do.
What are you talking about? What are you doing? Don't lie back. Hey, come on, get up!
Please, Dave. You have to go now. Get on the plane.
Katie, come on, open your eyes. Hey, open your fucking eyes!
You're gonna break your hand. Stop!
And then she was gone.
No!
For a moment, she lay peacefully. But then she started to stir. I watched her rise up and reach for the door.
Step back, Dave. She's not the same anymore.
No, don't shoot her, please.
I won't. Just get on the plane. Dave. Come on.
Katie's with us.
Let's go.
Your parents, too.
Fuck you. Whatever you are.
Dave, please. Start the plane.
Where's Katie?
She's gone.
What?
Now, Mateo, we need to leave the fucking ground.
Okay.
Dave, I am so sorry.
Prepare for takeoff.
Take my hand.
exits are located at the front and rear of the plane. Your other options include suicide or simply falling asleep. Our pilot this evening is Mateo Leon.
Good evening, everybody. Sorry, too much coffee and candy bars.
The flight to Papua New Guinea is approximately 15 miserable fucking hours. By hour 6, Mateo will be burning himself with cigarettes to stay awake.
Fuck!
And by the 8th hour, the pilot and both his passengers will all be hallucinating.
Dave?
Katie?
You left me to die! If you need any assistance during your flight, I don't exist, so you can go fuck yourselves. Thanks again for flying with us this evening. Your chances of survival are slim to none, so sit back and relax and abandon all hope. Stay awake. 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 Stay awake.
We'd been in the air for 13 hours. The urge to sleep was constant. It felt stronger than gravity. We were fighting it off with every breath. 2 hours left. That's all we had. Just 2 more hours. But it felt impossible, like eating a brick of concrete. Or swimming in a volcano. Or walking a circus tightrope after 10 shots of tequila.
See the incredible shit-faced Stromboli as he attempts to walk the tightrope after drinking 5 margaritas.
What?
Huh?
What did you just say? You're talking about tequila?
Am I speaking out loud? Or is this in my head?
What the hell are you talking about? You're not making any sense. Dave!
Never mind.
Hey, buckos! This is your captain speaking. You still alive back there?
Yeah!
Good.
How you doing?
Oh, I feel fucking great. I can stay awake for another week. Maybe even a month. Fuck it. I don't think I need to sleep again. Hey, Dave! Dave!
Dave!
Yeah?
Mateo's asking for you.
What?
Why couldn't this whale meet us in Fiji, man?
Dave? What if the whale isn't real?
It's real.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe you're going to die.
Stop.
Maybe you can join us.
Dave!
What the fuck? Why'd you hit me?
You're talking to yourself. Get up. Here. Drink this water. All of it. Smoke this.
No. It'll make me sick.
Just shut the fuck up and smoke. I guarantee this is the only time you'll ever hear a medical professional tell you to do that. I'm gonna go check on Mateo. Keep smoking. Drink another bottle.
Okay.
Hey.
What's up?
How you doing?
You know.
Jesus Christ, it smells like shit up here. What did you do?
I can't smell anything. Probably need a shower.
Dave is hallucinating. He's starting to microsleep. It's causing him to black out for 5 to 10 seconds.
Fuck.
He's talking to himself, and he's unresponsive at times.
I don't care if he's blabbering like a baby and shitting his pants. Just keep him awake. Staple his eyelids open if you have to.
What's that on your arm?
Nothing.
Let me see. Oh, fucking hell.
I'm doing what I have to do.
Do you have a knife?
Yeah?
Cut yourself. Small incisions. And pour hydrogen peroxide on top. It'll hurt more, but it'll scar less. Don't use the cigarette. You sure you're okay?
Don't worry about me. I'm getting us to New Guinea. Just go take care of Dave.
David,
Yeah?
you're hallucinating.
I know.
When you're this sleep deprived, you can dream while you're awake. Your brain shuts down unwillingly and drifts in and out of consciousness.
I'm sorry.
What the hell for?
Oh, I'm starting to think this might not turn out the way we want it to.
Buddy, that's life. Look at my watch. Do you see what that says?
I can't read it. It's blurry.
I set a timer. 1 hour and 45 minutes. That's what we have left. So that's what you owe me. That's what you owe to Mateo, and that's what you owe to Katie. She wanted you to make it all the way, and that's exactly what you're gonna do.
What if we get there? We find...
Nothing? I already know we aren't gonna find shit, but I want to see the stupid look on your face right before you die. Can you read what my timer says now? 1 hour and 43 minutes. We've got this.
Okay. I can make it.
An hour and 25 minutes. Keep those fucking eyes open! 1 hour and 13 minutes. 1 hour left.
Yeah!
48 minutes. Come on. 36 minutes. Half an hour. 25 minutes. 15.
I see the island!
10 minutes left!
We're approaching the airfield. Hold on. What the fuck? Fuck!
That didn't sound good.
I'll go check on him. What's up?
The runway isn't clear. Look! Some stupid fuck parked the refueler on the tarmac.
So what do? We
gotta butter the plane.
What?
I have to Captain Sully this shit. We're landing on the ocean.
Can you do that?
I hope so.
But it's possible, right?
We're about to fucking find out.
Okay. So if we gotta do it, let's just fucking do it.
Follow my instructions over the PA system. What's going on?
Slight change of plans.
Okay, people, time to water ditch. I hope you can swim.
What?
Runway's blocked. We're landing in the water. Fuck. Yup.
Make sure all the cargo is stowed. Anything loose is gonna go flying. Your life jackets should be under your seats.
Here.
Thanks.
When the plane starts to land, keep your heads between your knees. If the cabin is flooded, you run right for the exit. Okay, here we go. Sit down and buckle up. Cut in the engine.
Jesus.
Starting to descend. Opening emergency doors. Brace for impact.
Oh my god.
I got you. Deep breaths, okay? Ponder on 3. 1, 2. Where's Mateo?
I didn't see him leave the cockpit.
Mateo!
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 Dave! Look! Hey! Over here!
Take my hand, miss.
A young man pulled Linda on board a speedboat. Then he reached over and helped me up.
Is there anybody else?
Linda and I looked down at the plane. It had already sunk to the ocean floor. left the crash, I stared out at the surface of the water. But there was nothing. Mateo was gone. Thanks, bud. As we headed for shore, the man who rescued us passed me a plastic water bottle. Inside was murky gray liquid that looked like dirty sink water.
Drink, please!
What is it?
Wagi! Jungle tea! It will give you strength!
I uncapped the bottle and took a sip.
Hey, you have to drink this.
You sure?
Trust me.
Okay.
It tasted as bad as it looked, bitter and earthy. But as the liquid hit our stomachs, we suddenly felt restored. This shit was more powerful than all the energy drinks and cigarettes we had on the plane.
Whoa. God damn.
Excuse me, sir. What's your name?
Felix!
I'm Dave.
Linda!
Where are you from?
California.
Hello, Dave and Linda from California. Welcome to Papua.
When we got to shore, we walked through the harbor. It was empty. Wiped clean like the rest of the world.
Felix, how did you know where to find us?
My dad. He knew you were coming. He wants to meet you.
Felix led us to a beat-up pickup truck.
Hey, Pop!
As an old man stepped out of the car, I recognized him immediately. Katie and Mateo had died, and we had traveled halfway around the world on the small chance this man was real. And here he was, in the flesh, standing right before us.
Daddy, this is Linda and Dave from California.
I dreamed of you.
Yes.
You are the whale.
Did you bring what I asked for?
I reached into my pocket and pulled out a pack of cigarettes. But they were completely soaked through.
Oh. I'm sorry.
This is not a good start. The tea will wear off soon. You will grow tired. Come along, city boy. Long drive now.
Where are we going?
A place for sleep.
We rode in the front of the truck with Felix and Robbie. In under 5 minutes, we were deep in the jungle. The landscape was beautiful. We drove up a windy dirt road that overlooked a lush tropical valley. Something connected us to this land. Some unknown force that brought us here in the midst of a catastrophe. There were so many questions. Why were we here? What had linked us to these men from the other side of the world?
Do you know why this is happening?
A crack at the heart of the world. Spirits come through. They are hungry, greedy. They see, and they take.
What are these spirits?
I cannot say their name. It is a cursed word.
But where do they come from?
Another place. A close, far place. You have eyes, but you cannot see it. You have ears, but you cannot hear it. You can only walk there in your sleep.
I'm sorry, this is all very interesting, but Dave and I have been awake for 72 hours, so the only question that I have is when the fuck do we sleep?
Not yet. First, we must reach the Morandi.
The what?
They're my dad's tribe. People love the jungle. They'll protect us.
How?
They are sleepwalkers.
I don't understand.
Dream warriors, miss. They'll keep us safe.
Okay, fine. Great! How long until we reach them?
An hour? Hour and a half.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't think we can make it.
You must.
My heart began to sink. Even if Robbie's tribe could protect us, there was no way I'd reach him in time.
Dave?
The jungle tea was wearing off.
Stay with us.
Can't go to sleep, Dave. Hang in there.
I'm okay.
Dave.
I was drifting.
Hey. Hey!
You okay, buddy?
Get him some water.
I couldn't fight it any longer.
Eyes open. Come on.
I couldn't feel them as they shook me.
Dave!
They sounded miles away. And then they were gone.
Dave. Shit.
Wake him up.
I can't. He's collapsed from exhaustion.
Drive, boy. Faster.
I'm driving.
How far are we from the tribe?
Close now.
Can we help him? What can we do?
Nothing. He must face the spirits alone.
Hello?
I was alone.
Can anyone hear me?
In a dark place.
Help! You're okay. You're okay.
You're okay. I reached for the walls and felt for a door. Some way out of this place. But there was nothing.
Let me out!
I was in some sort of pit. Trapped at the bottom of the world. An hour passed. Then a day. Then a week.
Let me out!
I couldn't take it any longer.
Please!
I had to get out. One way or another. I tried bashing my brains in, but the wall turned soft like a sponge. I tried biting my tongue off, but my teeth became jelly. I tried ending it all 100 different ways, but there was no way out. I was trapped here forever. And then slowly, very slowly, I began to forget. Little things at first. The color green. The color of money. And the jungle, grass. It turned gray in my mind. Dogs. Furry. Droopy ears. Tails wagging. I could no longer picture them. My friends' faces grew blurry.
How you doing, man?
Their voices started to fade.
Nice to meet you, dude. I'm Linda.
All that I was being chipped away, one memory at a time. I didn't want to forget. I had to hold on.
Just one face. That's all I want to remember. Please.
Let me keep one smile. Her name was Katie. Her name was Katie. Don't forget her. Don't forget her. Her name was Katie. Her name was Katie. Don't forget her. She had a laugh. Her name was Katie. She had a smile. She loved you. She loved you. Her name was Katie. Her name was Katie. Her name was Katie. Her name was Katie. Her name was... What's my name? I had forgotten who I was. And all that was left was loneliness. A door appeared in the wall of the pit. A face. I knew this face.
Do you remember me?
Yes. Your name is Katie.
Yes.
And my name is David.
That's right.
As I looked in her eyes, I began to remember. Memories fell into place like pieces of a puzzle.
Oh, God.
I remembered the way she used to laugh.
Do you like it? Be honest.
I remembered how shitty her cooking was. It's interesting. I remember the first time I made her cry.
Hey, Katie, I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. You know that I love you. I'm really sorry, okay?
And I remembered that she was gone.
Katie!
But...
What?
How are you here? We left you.
It doesn't matter. We can erase that part. All you have to do is step through the door. It's okay. Just take my hand. Come on. I miss you, Dave.
Beware of the elephant.
You're not Katie.
Please, Dave. Come with me.
When she looked up at me again, little black triangles appeared in her eyes.
Let's go back.
No. Katie's gone. You took her. The walls of the pit began to shake.
David!
Water burst through the cracks in the wall. As water filled the room, the nightmare's face shifted 100 times. I saw an elephant, my parents, and everything I've ever feared flash before my eyes. Looking directly at the creature made my scars burn. It was the pain of everything it took from me, and everything I'd lost.
Get out of my head!
The pain was washed away with a great flood. As I stood at the bottom of the ocean, I watched them swim above me. It was a pod of 12 whales. I climbed onto one of their backs and they swam for the surface, leading me into the light.
Okay. Breathe. Slowly.
Where are we?
We're here. You're safe.
I was so weak that Linda and Felix had to help me sit up. We were somewhere in the jungle, far off the road. As I caught my breath, I looked over to Robbie.
I saw whales. 12 of them.
No. You saw sleepwalkers. The Morandi.
Robbie pointed to the trees. 2 Morandi tribesmen stood in the moonlight. They looked like they were part of the jungle, a people that time forgot.
They say they've been waiting for you. They have seen you in their dreams.
The Morandi carried me through the trees.
Motu, Busano. The village is up ahead.
It was a small cluster of wooden shelters that sat on the bank of a river. It was a place untouched by the modern world. No one could say how long they lived here, and yet They had survived while billions died. Deep in the jungle, they had developed the ability to control their dreams, a strange power that kept them safe.
Tonight you sleep. Tomorrow you'll become Morandi. Learn our ways.
Will we dream tonight?
No. There will just be silence.
Robbie and Felix left our side, and the Morandi carried me to where we'd be sleeping. As we approached the shelter, Linda took my arm.
Hey. There's something I need to tell you.
What's up?
I was checking your vital signs while you were sleeping, and I noticed something. Doesn't make any sense.
Huh?
Scars on your chest are gone.
As I ran my hand across my chest, I realized she was right. The scars that covered my body had completely vanished.
What do you think it means?
I think that's a question for tomorrow.
Sitaina.
We entered a shelter where a dozen Morandi were sleeping on the ground. Good night.
Sweet dreams.
The Morandi lay me down on an open space in the floor. As my eyes adjusted to the dark, I saw that I was lying next to a little girl. She must have been 7 or 8, one of the younger members of the tribe. I must have seemed strange to her because she stared at me and laughed. As I lay there in the heart of the jungle, thousands of miles away from home, I closed my eyes, and for the first time in many nights, I sank into a deep and peaceful sleep.
The Edge of Sleep stars Mark Fishbach as Dave, Victor Basuk as Mateo, Kara Santana as Linda, Alex Esso as Katie, Michael Yama as the Old Man, and Colin Lim as Felix. Additional performances by Julia Henning and James Wellington. Written by Jake Emanuel and Willie Block. Directed by Jake Emanuel. Produced by Q-Code, Daylight Media, and Mark Fishbach. Recorded, mixed, and mastered by Salt Audio. Original music and score by Jamie Sheffman and Noah Gersh for Salt Audio. Sound design by Maria Mora and Juan David Chaparro Perez for Audio for Media. Edited by Zach Jurich. Associate Producer, Tess Ryan. Script Supervisor, Sam Beasley. Production support provided by James Gelberg. Casting by Chelsea Block and Marisol Roncalli at Atomic Honey. Art by Matt Taylor and Aaron Salazar. Special thanks to Jeff Roy, Mark Holden, Kirsty Jan Verdal, and Celeste Armstrong. The Edge of Sleep is a Q-Code production. If you enjoy the show, subscribe to The Edge of Sleep on Apple Podcasts or wherever you find your favorite audio dramas. You can also visit our merch store at qcodemedia.com/The Edge of Sleep.